I can see
Live
Adventures from this plane and beyond to Camaraderie and Shenanigans. Well, I've been I was staring at the microphone and I'm like, wait, camera's here. Welcome. We are so excited to have you guys here for our first ever officially live episode. Not pre-recorded and posted, unedited, well, mildly edited, for convenience sake. Nope, it's all live. It's all happening right now. If you're watching us, we're playing it while you're watching it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Unless you're watching it in the future on YouTube.
Yeah, hi YouTube. Hi YouTube.
There's also that. That's a very good point.
Chat, say hi to YouTube. Yeah, welcome. We're very excited to have you guys here. A lot has changed for us. We have a brand new table, which you might be able to see a little bit.
Those are
No, not the slightest. I looked at the camera. You can't see anything. But if you go to TikTok,
Too much stuff
you will have an awesome camera angle of the table that our wonderful player Keegan was able to build and stain.
He bibbled it?
He
bibbled it.
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All bibble all the time.
Whole new setup, whole new design, same amazing team that you know and love.
Is he talking about us?
Yeah, maybe.
We're still not 100% in here, as you can see, like a little bit
Yeah, we're
everywhere.
We're building, we're changing, we're shaping. It's all work in progress.
And Brittany made us a new overlay.
Yes,
Oh,
beautiful new overlay.
Yeah.
The second I saw it when you sent it, I was just like, oh my god, that one immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's gorgeous.
It pops so much.
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of new, a lot of changing, a lot of growth for us, and we're so excited that you get to join us in all this.
Same old.
Same old
Same old Zach. Before we jump into tonight's game, I want to give a quick shout out to Pocket Bard, a new app that popped up recently. They're kind of new and upcoming, but we'll be using their sound cues and music for tonight's stream.
Do an effect.
Sure.
They're not even
yeah.
sponsoring this.
Give us dogs barking. We're used to that on stream.
Right. I don't have dogs barking, but I do have wolves howling. There you go.
Oh.
Maybe they heard it.
Maybe the mics caught it. I don't know.
The mics, like when it comes to like the music from the speaker, they're just really good. At that
Yeah.
Nice.
for some reason.
Wood breaking. I got all sorts of fun little effects, and I'm going to be a little excessive with it tonight.
Give me a little
Get our
goblin
attention.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just wanted to shout them out. We're so excited to use.
And they're not
Your
even
stuff.
sponsoring us, but they should.
That would be cool.
We should.
I'm game. I'm ready for it. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight. So, without
And more
further
shenanigans.
ado, oh, there it is. Feel free to sit back, relax, grab a snack, and get ready for camaraderie and shenanigans.
And camaraderie.
We don't have a title screen, so we're gonna wait real quick. Pause for cutting.
Pause
Nailed
for
it.
Post. And welcome back.
Believable.
We're fucking nailing this.
Wow, I can see
Believe it or not,
myself
guys,
watching
that's
on the
exactly
YouTube
how
later.
editing works.
It's just a lot of chopping. Onions.
I'm at the
everywhere.
computer with a chef's knife.
Previously, on the Obsidian Winds adventures, you had found I'm very rusty. You found yourself just recently escaping the clutches of a crumbling tower. The Beholder's Lair falling apart around you as a last-ditch effort to kill anyone who could potentially get the better of Gallifrax, the sculptor. With expert weaving and dodging and saving every single gnomish statue, as far as you're aware, that was within the tower, you made your way out, rested for the evening, and started traveling back towards Hovel Hollow, where, upon returning with little to no issue, you were greeted with the festivity and joyous occasion of gnomes reconnecting with lost family members in their own safety. A joyous party was held where you all took some time to reflect on the next steps, connect with family members again, connect with a god, and connect with yourself.
No.
One of the biggest revelations of Rangwin fully embracing and fully recovering her memories. And it was a bit of a self-block throughout all of it.
Couldn't have done without you, bro.
You wish for it, so I'd help you.
He's like Siri. You just gotta like say the right command. He's just like, fuck.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Having woken up in the morning, you started strategizing new plans. But not before Professor and Nesta started feeling the burning of their sigil on their chest. Fearing what events transpired, we kicked into a couple sendings and scries, trying to figure out who of the wardens was activating their abilities, discovering that indeed Nalana was in danger, being chased seemingly by what might be Victor in his new form.
Victor
Oh,
Frax?
yeah.
I became aware of a
Victor
very
Frax.
bad revelation with him in his new form. Now
Mhm.
that he has his back, and he can probably make another simulacrum, and it's probably going to be his beholder shit. So.
Don't tell Dominic this.
Oh, he's got it planned already. Look at that smug face.
I know what my spellbook looks like.
What about Galactor?
And I just found out she's my sister.
Yes, Nalana being revealed
Oh,
that
Victor Frax.
a long time ago was indeed related to Ranguin, though she went by a different name during that
Does
time.
the party know that?
The only one who's
Only
aware of that
Kylus.
is Kylus.
You feel like I hate my life.
It's just away from
Sending
the
off a number of sending spells and roughly shanghaiing Glenn into
Right, we did that too.
attempting to save Nalana in a scenario that he's really drastically uninformed in. You manage to convince the Waking Council in Laminsa to teleport Glenn and a number of people to the edges of the Faldorn Woods. No. The woods are called something. I can't remember off the top of my head for some reason.
I think that's right.
The
Was that
Farragon.
it?
No, the
Oh,
Farrago's
Farrago's
Forest.
Forest.
Yeah, sorry.
Faldorn is the continent you guys are
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Get a world map.
I can't wait to finish it when my ADHD cooperates. Realizing you can't go and save her yourself, and discovering that a certain sky ship was taken hostage in the Kroska.
Oh.
And with it, Captain Avery, couple of crew, Cable,
Cable, my buddy. My
and
loyal
Wolfgang's
follower.
beloved.
I'd kill my way to her if I had to.
Realizing the events here are far more obtainable with your current abilities, you decided to trek out. Jumping onto the Fear Stalker's back, Kylus in his shadow panther-like form.
Panther Dragon.
Panther Dragon. It's a good way of describing it. Flying through the sky, you traveled for about 4 hours northward before eventually landing, taking a bit of a short break, but not before breaking from the forest line. Clad in a bit of lighter armor than what you're used to seeing, actually, was a number of men, shield and spears in hand, some of them even with bows, stepping forward, and upon initial retraction, that anxiety kicking in, getting ready for a fight, one of them recognizes Wolfgang, as Wolfgang also recognizes him. Stepping forward, standing about 6 feet tall, shoulder length, maybe a little past blonde hair, beautiful features, tall, broad shoulders, belongs in a commercial for some sort of hair
That's where
product.
most of your notes are, right?
Steps forward, hand out, clasping forearms with Wolfgang, shaking him. It is good to see you again, brother.
Real quick.
Yes.
As
True. But as he's approaching,
as the we like kind of cleared the area, and we see them kind of approaching, I'm gonna kind of stop and kind of look at everybody and just say, everyone needs to keep their mouths shut and follow my lead here.
stepping forward as you grasp hands, Nesta, you with the highest passive perception, are taking stock quickly of how many people are present. You count, including this gentleman in front of you, about 10 soldiers nearby.
Okay.
Clasping hands. It is good to see you, my friend. It has been far too long at this point.
It has been some time, yes.
Something grew an accent?
It's always there, baby.
It's always there?
I
Wow. Hold on.
Boom! New year, new us!
Can we take a minute? Just.
What brings you so far out here?
Well, to be perfectly honest, a lot has transpired since you've left.
In 3-4 months, it is that much?
Sure. Plenty can transpire.
I,
Before we continue, who are these people?
these are my friends. Why don't you and I go have a conversation and leave them to intermingle with...
Men, relax! Friends. Those who had bows kind of lower them. Keep arrows nocked, but they're not aiming them at you anymore. As he turns, Nesta, you're rocking a 19 passive perception. You're seeing a lot of details. You're noticing
22.
clad on a number of them. 19, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or are you
My
at
armor
22?
class is 22.
Yeah. Ridiculous numbers all around. You notice on this gentleman's shoulder are three, yes. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my ranking. Are 3 platinum spears, like metallic platinum spears that are kind of laid out in a line. Across the board, you see a couple of other individuals who also have spears, but some of them are wearing 2 spears that are crossed that are designed in gold. A couple of them have silver on them. So, various insignia scattering across these members. In privacy,
Obviously.
we'll walk.
Lead the way.
He takes you back kind of where they came out of the woods. They start to walk away. A couple of them just a number of them are just kind of watching you. One of them actually like sits down and kind of takes off their boot and starts like massaging their feet.
How many are there?
Without him, 9 currently present. In various attire and armor.
Can you describe their hotness levels?
Yeah, can we get that?
They're
All
pretty
right,
fucking
any of
hot.
them scrumdiddlyicious.
Scrumdiddlyicious.
How haggard do they look? Do they look like they've been hiking for several days without much
Roll an
rest?
insight check.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But of course.
But of course.
And then question
Months.
because I wasn't
Hold on.
here
13.
last time.
13. A couple of them look a little less beaten up than others, but you imagine it might be more a case of character. They're able to maintain their composure better than others.
Just to backtrack because I wasn't here.
Right.
Could we say that I got obsidian from wherever the hell we were at in the Underdark to use for my bag thing? For my box for fire. And then we're in the Frostwilds now, right?
Oh yeah, you've been in the Frostwilds for a
So
while.
would I be able to scoop up snow and send that?
I think when you were missing from a session, I just did it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just want to double check that.
I
remember you
believe,
saying.
yeah, I
Yeah.
believe her response was, "We need something equivalent to the
Oh,
frost
right, we
sack
need
of the
a-
dragon,
Yep,
or
yep,
something close to that."
Gotcha. Okay. Carry on.
Yes. Wolfgang, you are led a little further away from the group, no more than 80 feet.
Okay.
There's a stump from a tree that was cut down not too long ago, and he kind of sits. I wish I could offer you another stump, but
Standing is fine. It will be... It'll do. So, what brings you out here so far?
yes. And Nekroskia is in a bit of a shitty situation. You remember Gregor?
Obviously.
He's lost his fucking mind.
How so?
Something happened in the Origin mines. I'm not entirely certain what. His flunkies won't let us go anywhere near it.
They never would, though.
No, but they started exploding certain places of it, opening up the space, creating it to be a bit wider.
So
He would-
did he dig too deep? Is that what is going on here?
Whatever it was they found down there, I think they're trying to excavate it out. And whatever it is big.
When was the last time you were in town?
2 months ago.
Why have you been out and away so long?
Because we can't go back. He has been turning people into monsters out there. Shadowy beasts, creatures of the night. It is all we can do to stave them off from finding us. We're encamped not too far away from here, actually.
It is more than just 10 of you?
Oh, yes. I was able to bring about 50 of the ringing spears. Your mother is here with us as well. Your brother is somewhere captive in the Krovskia.
Yeah.
We have a number of civilians as well.
Silly question. You remember Victoria?
Yes, of course.
She's alive. And she's in the Krovskia now. An airship that was carrying me and my friends 2-3 days
Me
ago.
too. We saw it pass over.
Yes, she was on that ship. They went there to resupply and they took them all.
Shit.
So I think you want to know where I'm going next.
I think I know.
Let me ask you a question. Who among your men do you trust?
Every single one of them.
What about the 50 back at camp?
Every single one of them.
Well, that's good enough.
The men who were not able to come with me are dead.
Good man. My friends, they are good people. Odd. Very odd at times.
Yes, your green-skinned one was I've never seen anything quite like her before.
I know.
She's quite unique.
See me in the background shoving
But,
snow into a box.
You just see, it just cuts to that moment, and there's a soldier who just looks to another one, just.
That's good. Okay, well, take me to camp.
We'll recollect your people. I think we've done enough hunting today.
I feel you've caught something at least. That was bad. Take us.
He comes up and gives you a big hug.
Big ol' hug back.
It is good to have you back, brother.
And it's good to see you, my friend.
All right.
So walking back up to the group. Okay. Batush. This is Professor Filson Olfir. This is Nesta Fane.
He kind of winks at you, Nesta.
This is Frogman Dirtfist from the Underdark. Rangwin and Kylus. They're special. They don't have family names.
Do we know Kylos' last name?
Odd.
Not everyone.
I mean, I'm sure I know it, but I'm keeping it mysterious. He's like, share.
Like, all the notes.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. I am the third spear of the ringing spears. My name is Bartolomir Glimnir.
Oh, spelled like it sounds?
To write that down.
Yes.
That is a mouthful, isn't it?
We can go over spelling during a break if you guys want to put it down in notes.
Say it one more time.
Bartolomir.
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 Pretty good.
I'm doing my best.
You're doing your best.
No, it's nice. That's a good name.
I am in command of these troops. My word is law here.
So are we exiles? What are we right now?
You are trusted companions of a very dear friend.
And if
And
we
you will be treated as a guest.
and if we travel with you, what does that make us to Nekrovskia?
It makes us exiles.
Okay.
I don't consider the man in charge there our leader. Not anymore.
Okay.
I would never support a man who goes through wanton killing like this.
It sounds like we would be more of a rebel company.
Mercenaries for hire.
Oh, I like that. Mercenaries fine.
No, but see, we do not fight necessarily for gold. Well, at least I am not going to be.
They can.
In a sense, it's
We hire plenty of people during times of war, and
That's
that is
rebellion.
exactly what is on our
See,
hands
I like
today.
that. That has a better.
If he's offering, I mean, who are we to refuse?
Either
Free
way,
gold.
I can't make that decision. You will have to look to.
Oh, he's paying us?
We'll see.
His family is in charge of the treasury, so.
We take back the city and we will have a conversation there.
Wasn't helping people enough of an award itself.
No.
She gets it.
I like that.
No.
All right, follow us back to camp. Don't be intimidated by the size of the tower.
I don't know what that means.
A couple of the men kind of laugh, and
We've seen some
they all
big
start
towers.
to lead. You notice
Nesta
that
just melting in the
these
snow.
men have a very strong sense of coordination. They know exactly where to move, and every single movement is incredibly intentional. Occasionally, there are moments where undead actually pop up as you're traveling along.
Oh.
A few zombies kind of wander out of the snow, and as you go to get ready, his hand goes flying up and signals certain people. Two of them run over with shields, creating a barrier. The zombie kind of brushes up against them. They lift up the zombie, and Bartolomeo pulls out a spear, chucks it, and takes the head off. Goes over, reclaims the spear, and you all continue forward.
I'm gonna be walking next to Nesta, and I'm gonna be like, well, some formidable men.
Their behavior to these undead are like swatting a fly.
Wow.
It's normal. It's an everyday experience for them.
Wolfie, you should watch. You might learn a thing or two.
You should watch. You might learn how to use a weapon.
Don't need to.
Are we acknowledging the fact that you're talking different, or is it just how it is now?
You can do whatever you want.
Guns aren't weapons, they're cheat codes.
I'm going to shoot them with my gun.
You guys travel for probably a little over an hour or so before.
As we're walking, I kind of like, just to you guys, I go, okay, I understand that I'm affecting a different accent here. You get one joke, and the next one I punch your fucking lights out.
I wasn't going to say anything, Wolfie. I think it's quite lovely.
Yeah,
You should do it all the time.
we'll see. I'll explain it later.
Is it your home dialect?
Obviously.
I understand. Same thing happened to me.
Similar.
Amazing. Cutting out of the forest line, you find yourself at the base of a very large mountainside. Climbing up a bit of a winding path, you see a number of ramshackle, quickly put together, almost like towers, like watchtowers essentially. Professor, being a student of war, these are clearly guard towers. They're lookout towers. They're at a good vantage point. They can see completely over the forest at their current elevation.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I just realized I've been sitting on this for forever and I haven't gotten a chance to use it. And now that we're just walking around, I can.
Yep.
I would like to know stuff about Bart.
You could call him Bart if you want to.
Bart.
Bart.
Bye.
I would
Oh,
like
I
to
get it
utilize Know Your Enemy.
Yeah. What would you like to
What
know?
do you get?
I just know all of that stuff.
Don't you have to choose
Can
a
you
couple of
even
them?
have your friend?
Oh, you just learned.
Okay.
Yeah. One best friend.
Remind me what you're learning, though.
That's actually-
I
yeah.
don't know everything.
I'll pull it real quick.
What?
I try to. Okay, I try to know everything. I have notes.
So I spend 1 minute observing or interacting with a creature outside of combat. Strength score. I can learn information about its capabilities compared to my own.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Strength, dexterity,
Character level.
constitution, armor class, current HP, and total class levels, if any, and fighter class levels, if any.
Okay. In comparison to yours, strength is inferior.
Okay.
What's your dexterity?
13.
Inferior.
Yep.
What's your constitution?
14.
Superior. Okay. Current armor class is 19.
Okay.
8 levels in fighter.
Okay.
And 108 HP.
The fuck?
Oh my god!
That's what happens. That's what happens when you have a lot of con.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Also, man.
How much you say?
108.
That's
So you can learn a thing or two.
more than you shut the fuck up.
You are the only one who picks up this information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, breaking out of this line. Traveling up that space, you also see what looks like destroyed, abandoned ruins. But something sparks a memory for every single one of you. These look awfully similar to the ones underground. Though the material is very different, the scale is very similar.
Underground with the gnome?
Mm-hmm. You two pick up.
Giant ruins.
These are giant ruins. They're probably not fire giants, though.
Frost.
Potentially.
That's what he meant by the tower.
Oh,
It wasn't his penis.
past some of those ruins, you see a massive tower that is relatively well kept and intact, spanning probably 275 feet up into the sky, with massive steps carved out on the side that kind of wind around it, heading towards the very top.
This is certainly giant architecture, both figuratively and, you know.
And this tower is your encampment?
It is where we are currently keeping ourselves safe, yes.
How far is Nekroskir from here?
Almost a day's travel.
Oh, we're close.
By foot.
So, we're in a time crunch, right?
This essentially is.
What's the plan?
The plan is we head up top first.
My mother is here and I want to speak with her first.
I do think we could also use some rest and some food. I mean, all of us have been riding Kylus all day.
Really? You had to put it that way.
I think she put it perfectly.
Of all the
You all
ways
can ride
could
me
have said-
anytime you
Okay.
like.
You weren't
It's been a long
kidding.
day.
Well done.
That's what I'm saying.
You weren't kidding, Wolfgang. Come, follow me. Leading you all forward. You notice as you start to climb up this pathway, the men start to relax. They start to get a little more jokey, a little more rambunctious with each other. You break through the main gate area, and you see a number of civilians also spread out through this space as well. Some of them have lit some fires and are cooking currently. Some of them are stitching together current animal leathers that they've tanned not too long ago, and are starting to create something that's more of a home in this space. Most ramshackled, put together spaces are just that. It's a lot of like cloth hanging on rope. It's nothing terribly official. It's whatever they could kind of make within 2 months. A lot of wood cut down from this area as well makes up some of this space. Some men are currently gutting a deer that they just killed recently and are getting ready to cook that puppy up.
It's a puppy.
It's a puppy.
Say that.
So,
I imagine you would like to see your mother.
Yes, where is she?
We will head to the top of the tower. Her and her nightingales are up there as well. Apparently your mother has some secrets.
Yeah, I recently learned this, actually. Very interesting.
I don't know how I feel about it. This cloak and dagger espionage. It's not my cup of tea.
Might come in handy today and tomorrow. Maybe the next day. When we inevitably attack the city.
We'll see about the next steps.
Yeah.
Gregor has created some problems for us to face along the way.
Great.
Let's head in. Don't get too close to the doors. And he gestures to probably these 25 feet tall twin metal doors that open up into, or would go into the tower. Attached to some of the handles are metal chains that have frosted over completely.
So you said the steps were on the outside of the tower?
Yes, they go from the right-hand side and they curve all the way up. And these steps are like almost 12 feet tall.
each step?
I'm just gonna pop my wings out and I'll fly up.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe 12's a little too tall. It's more 5 feet, 6 feet tall. It's a full ledge to like climb up. There's steps for giants. You all begin to
You wanna go?
climb up this massive space.
I'll fly Frogman up too.
Okay, yeah, you just fly directly up as some of them, the soldiers are just like, the fuck did he just do? You
Mr. Ned.
would crest to the top first, landing, it's almost, the top of this tower has been turned into like a giant gazebo, essentially. What would normally be 4 open facings have been placed down with covers and curtains. peeling back one of the curtains, you see a woman probably in her 60s or so, mid to late 60s. Black hair that's starting to fade into gray, really popping up a lot more. Slender features, though strong jawline, stronger features as well. Darker eyes, is currently looking through some documents and looking over a map before she looks over to you.
Hi.
She kind of puts her hand up. It would be best if you explain who you are and why you are here before my women kill you.
I'm Kylas, and I'm here with your son.
Roll a persuasion check. He's good at that.
It's not her mom.
17. 18. Sorry, my charisma went up.
Just now?
No, in this moment, yes. Pretty much. I'm
He
used to
winks
just
to add one.
I'm used to just adding 7, so now I have to remember to add 8.
I've never trusted a stranger so completely.
I'm sure.
You're going to wait outside that curtain until my son approaches with you.
It's fine. Don't want to get killed.
No, you don't.
All right.
Yeah.
A moment you hear all this as well. A moment passes before you all crest up top. Bartholomew comes with you as well. You'll need to work on your cardio.
Noted.
Stepping forward, he peels back the curtain and gestures for you all to come in. And for the first time in a couple months now, you get to see your mother.
Cool. Come in. Mother.
She stands and runs up to you.
Give her a big hug.
Big
big
hug.
smile on my
Oh,
face. That almost is never there.
That stern,
Aww.
cold look that you saw in her eyes melts as she sees her son for the first time in quite some time.
I'm surprised I don't hear creaking when he smiles.
Oh, it is good to see you, my son.
It is very good to see you, Mom. What the fuck are the Nightingales?
Oh, you learned about that, didn't you?
From Victoria.
I had the feeling she was still alive. Call it intuition, but I didn't want to present false hope for you if I was wrong.
What would give you that impression that she would be alive still?
My girls are not very easy to kill.
She still isn't. I
Good.
found her. We've had a lot of adventures.
Oh, you have to tell me all about it at dinner tonight.
She's in the Krovsky now. I don't know if I will be here for dinner tonight.
That complicates things.
I do not know whether she is prisoner or sneaking around. But she is there. With some other friends and a whole city of people that apparently we need to liberate.
Give me a second. She kind of looks to the rest of you all, and we will do introductions momentarily. I have some things I must write down. It is good to see friendly faces.
I kind of like nod my head. Not the friendly part.
Yeah. She backs away, sits down, gestures for you all to come in. In this space, it's almost been turned into that of a bit of a lounge, which some of you find a little difficult to grasp because of how fucking cold it is here. You're fine. And so are you.
Does nobody like fires or, you know?
Not currently lit, no.
At that, Bartush, bring her a fur. A nice one.
You do know a rank above you, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh no, I'm okay really.
You are okay. Just relax.
Relax. And he walks away. She scribbles something down, knocks on the table 2 times, and suddenly dropping from the ceiling is a woman, dark black raven hair, dressed in all blacks. She kind of hands it. Give it to one of our best crows. She seals it and starts to make her way down the steps, not acknowledging a single one of you. Well, I suppose make yourselves comfortable. Sit, tell me what's going on.
I introduce the group.
This is
Friends.
Ravencroft.
An eclectic bunch you've gathered.
Eclectic, yes, and they have been good friends for the past few months. When we found ourselves in jail on more than one occasion.
Yes. We'll say for the sake of time, you catch her up
The
on.
whole thing.
Is there anything you want to leave out?
No.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
Up and up.
He trusts his mommy.
Who are you talking to?
So you hit everything with Victor too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell a spy master everything.
She's like kind
I'm
of
telling my mother everything.
1,000 yards away, just thinking. Well,
And I have a feeling his father is dead. He can cast that on other people. I don't see why that would be outside of the realm of possibility.
well, that will be some sweet revenge for us.
And then I proceed to tell her about him being a beholder now.
A difficult revenge, but with proper planning, anything is possible.
I hope so.
Hearing all this stuff about like plans and seeing tactics, and I'm just like, finally.
Finally. As you're kind of looking about the space, Professor, especially with your passive investigation, she has on her table a map of the region with a number of different pieces denoting iconography, landmarks, potential towns. You're not entirely sure what each piece represents. They're not exactly the same ones that you saw while you were in Restalia, but you recognize a war map when you see one.
I'm soaking all those details in with my keen mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're getting the lay of the entire land. You essentially see yourselves, you guys are planted on the southern side of a very large mountain, centrally focused, that kind of splits around it into two paths that would eventually snake up a cliffside that would lead to Nekrovskia. There seems to be marks on the way. You're not sure if they're checkpoints, rests, they could be hidden caches, you're not sure yet. So, my son,
Mother?
my very impatient son, I understand how you are feeling and what it is you want to do. What we are dealing with in Nekrovskia is not like something we have seen before, ever. The scale at which Gregor is operating now is apocalyptic at best. The amount of shadows he commands.
Shadows?
During the eternal night,
Yes.
the creatures who would sap the strength out of you, he seems to command them now.
That's absurd. After all these years and he's using that magic?
I believe he was using their magic from the beginning, and he's just gotten stronger in a year.
Are you implying that he is responsible for the siege?
I believe so.
Why would he siege his own city?
I am willing to bet he was testing his strength, his ability to command that much power.
Wonderful.
And he has a twisted enough mind to do it to his own people.
Sounds like a guy who needs to go.
I couldn't have stated it better myself. I agree. Renguin. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
It sounds beautiful coming off of your lips.
We're gonna fuck Wolfgang's entire family.
She's a little. Anyone with high enough insight is kind of like. Her mental internal monologue is like, that was a little weird.
Any fucking insight.
Yeah, when you said wolf, you kind
It's like to think that happened and the camera just pans the whole thing. He's like, my mother.
She's really flirting with my mother.
So, in terms of a strategy or a plan, eventually Bartolomea reappears with a large fur coat and kind of wraps it around you.
Oh, wow. Soft. Thank you.
Of course. Pardon me, this is perfect timing. You should grab your fourth and fifth as well. Get them up here. He goes over, and there's a large brass horn that is placed, mounted at the edge of this tower area, and he rings it off,
Like watching
and
Dune.
everyone kind of looks up, and a couple of people start to gather towards the tower. 2 individuals begin to climb it. Wolfgang, you know these two,
Yeah.
though they were not nearly as high of rank originally. They were both in gold. You have Kuskin Ivar, who is the 4th spear, and you have Zotov Laurenti, 5th spear.
Sure. Definitely gonna remember that.
Zotov.
You have matching rank with Kuskin.
Kuskin?
Yeah,
So the higher up you are in rank, the more spears you have?
the less spears you
The
have.
less spears you have.
What's the, give me those names again.
We'll just go with first names. Kuskin
Mm-hmm.
and Zotov.
Top and Kuzkin.
Zotov?
Zotov, Z-O-T-O-V.
And they're just soldiers that I know?
They're 4th. One is a 4th, one is a 5th.
And Wolfgang's a 4th.
Wolfgang is, well,
I-
you don't know.
That's true.
Hey, Wolfie, how many spears do you have? Where do you rank compared to all these fellas?
In my hand, I have 1. But that was a 4th spear.
All right.
So your friend's better than you?
Well, I left the military 15 years ago. He did not. So it stands to reason
That
he
happened.
I'd be willing to test out that strength.
anytime, little guy.
Little.
Should both get shirtless and fight.
If we are all done here, I don't believe Wolfgang's mother was named yet.
No.
No.
She would introduce herself as Anya.
Anya.
Anya Ravencroft.
On your knees.
What is happening? you got a MILF, dude.
Apparently.
You described her.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
No, yeah, I did.
He said MILF.
We were all there. He said it.
He said it. It's canon.
You are the editor, so you couldn't make me do that.
Can't wait to put in a shitty AI.
We're
voice.
gonna AI his voice. Oh my god.
And it's already done.
The tag. It's terrifying.
Pause
Anya, as you guys start to like kind of go back and forth about who's stronger, she's just focus, please. To the map, please.
I'm just.
Oh,
Very, very excited.
He loves maps. It's kind of his thing.
No, good to know. Probably a keen mind in this one.
Don't encourage him.
I'm encouraging myself.
I've been
Don't
told that
do
a time or
that.
two. Now, what does this block mean, and what are these being used for? And
Yes, the current breakdown.
is there a
of-
legend?
There's a number of legends of this land. Oh, sorry. No, I understand what you're saying. It's in my head.
Okay.
I don't have it broken down here. But this figure, she points to the one at the base of the mountain, represents our camp, where we are located. Branching around this way, there is a military outpost over here, which currently guards the base of the cliffside that would lead into Nekrovska.
How many men?
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call them men either anymore. You don't probably understand exactly what it is we're fighting yet. And I will do my best to describe it later.
Lovely.
Gregor, in an attempt to, I think, broaden his control of the area, expanded to a new town. He built a new village, at best, nearby a frozen lake over here. Refused to name it, didn't care enough, but it is clear what he was trying to do. Moving up, there is another military encampment on top of the cliff sides, and then past that, you have Nekrovska. Off to the right over here, you have a major temple to Appenthal that was claimed not too long ago by Gregor. He has shown incredible interest in this location. Why? I do not know.
May I ask what temple?
Uppenthal, the dwarven god of creation.
It's your girlfriend's.
Yes.
So cool. He's been spending a lot of time out there, as far as our nightingales are able to uncover. Sorry. No, please. If you have any thought.
Can I hear Uppenthal. I've heard the stories of Lombard and crew coming up this way.
Mm-hmm. Roll a history check.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Tactical thought.
Tactical thinking.
I will enter.
Natural 20.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Natural 20.
The first
roll, baby!
-1.
Let's just get that total.
I forget. Can I tactically assess history?
I think.
Yeah, I think history is
I think
one
it's
of them.
most int skills for you, right?
Yeah, I think it's history, investigation, and insight.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
it's those three.
I'm on to
Tactical.
32.
I love big numbers. Yes, you acutely recall the events that transpired up here, which is incredible because they happened over 100 years ago. They had spent some time in Nekrovska, and while certain recollection of the event is few and far in between, as most of it is told through the group's perspective, Lombard did acquire the armor that he wore in the Everlost War at this temple of Uppenthal. It was the original burial grounds of Uppenthal's champion, most recent champion during the Planar Wars, Mython Unkra. Buried there, he claimed it from that location and seemingly purified the temple. So it is odd that a city not dedicated to Ibstin or Karanthul at all resides over it, or is spending a lot of time there.
Okay. Once she's finishing what she's saying, I will chime in at some point.
Okay. We have sent a number of nightingales out and different scouting parties to get this information, and not all of them have returned. Well, some of them did, and they were not friendly. For those of you who do not know, we deal with a consistent and persistent threat of the undead out here. The undead are very common. The things we have been facing recently are not. Bodies of shadow that blend into the darkness. Zombies, fine. Skeletons, dealt with. Even whites, not unusual. These things are different. They fly, they blend in, they disappear. They are conniving and tactical. We have not faced something like this before in our entire history. Well, once, but it was brief. And we had the full might of the ringing spears at our back. We do not have that today.
How long ago did that attack happen?
20 or so years ago.
18. It was the same time. She's from the city Taliv. She is from Taliv originally. And she was there.
Were they beset?
Yeah.
Strange that it would happen so far away from us. If Gregor was indeed controlling them. Unless
If I may,
there were multiple people controlling them.
a few thoughts have already popped up. One, this whole business with this Temple of Uppenthal
Yes.
was established well over 100 years ago.
As far as we know, the temple was established as a burial grounds after the Planar War was finished, which is
Correct.
roughly 4,000 years ago.
Correct. It was the previous champion of Uppenthal before Lombard and his team came and purified the area. Lombard was able to take the armor within and claim his right as champion of Uppenthal. So, I find it rather odd that a place that has been blessed by the Dwarven God of Creation himself is able to be trampled upon by some person wielding shadows, unless you have been saying that he has been trying to test his power.
It is a full theory.
I speak very well in theories.
Good.
And it seems like that this could be his next test to see if he could take over some sort of grounds like that.
Sounds like he has proven that he can.
Yes, and well, I'm concerned about anything else that is potentially left behind besides just the armor that was in there when Lombard took it.
I've never personally ever been. I have sent my warbling nightingales out there, but not all of them return.
And perhaps this this plague that beset your town, Nesta. Perhaps that was just a very early precursor, a small test that he could do out in the outskirts, away from Necroskia, away from being seen by prying eyes.
It also doesn't seem like a bad spot where we could corner him, or maybe he wouldn't have all of Necroskia with him.
Assuming we can time when he's there.
Maybe we give him a reason to be there.
Just a thought.
Bait. It's a risky move.
If anything, looking at this, it looks like it would be an advantageous position for us.
Getting there is not an easy task. Without going directly through Necroskia, you'll be going through mountainous terrain.
If we can survive the cold, we can survive pretty much anything else, I think. We have means of travel. We have... You literally offered for all of us to ride you anytime.
It wasn't the context I was meaning it in.
We have great magic at our beck and call.
When we're not tapped.
We have taken care of lots of gruesome things.
We are, of course, capable of this undertaking, but I have a question. You've told us a lot about what Gregor's been doing. Do you know what he wants?
That has consistently remained a mystery.
To live
If I
forever?
know that man as well as I do, it is power. Whatever form that takes, he's game.
And he used to be an ally.
Not to people like me.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what
Women.
does that mean? Oh, right.
What do you mean, oh, right?
The women of our country, of our city, are not treated terribly well by a lot of the men. And that is
Wolfgang.
Why are you
enforced.
looking at me?
And that is enforced and kept as a standard by Gregor.
Is that why your nightingales were a secret?
Yes. A woman with power is a threat, as far as they're concerned.
Disappointing
This guy's
news.
going down!
This is fired up!
Do you know when exactly he got these shadow powers, or improved versions of these shadow powers?
Improved, I'm not too certain, but as long as I have known him, he is he may appear human, but he has lived long enough for us to know better. He has not kept it hidden that he is well over 140 years old.
He made some sort of pact with something.
Potentially. The legend behind Gregor states that he traveled into the Origin Mines and came out enlightened.
Where are the origin mines?
They're located in Necroskia on the outskirts. Though it is a bustling space for them as of late, as they have been blowing up a lot of the space nearby.
Is there any, now let's switch to the other type of legend. Is there anything significant about these mines?
Not that we're aware of. They are closely guarded by Gregor. Whatever is down there and whatever he found, he wants to keep to himself. And I was not in the space of challenging someone who had so much influence. That was not a space I could get into easily and get my girls out in one piece. I was not willing to poke that bear.
Understandable.
Where are these mines located?
They're nearby Nekrovskia, on the outskirts, but well within the designated space of the city.
You suggested that we shouldn't ford into Nekrovskia at this time. If
Not by yourself. You do have 50 very capable men ready to fight.
If we wanted to do a smaller tactical mission led by your son, would those mines be something that might be slightly lesser guarded?
As of right now, no.
Doubtful.
They're swarming it as of late.
You have been mischievous and rambunctious your whole life, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to get into places when you're not supposed to.
Anywhere you need me, I'll be.
So, 20 years or so ago, I was very similar. I could never get in.
Wait, what the fuck? You
We were all children at some point in our lives. Some of us don't grow up, and some of us do.
Lost your curiosity and fun. That's so sad.
It
Yes.
sounds to me like whatever power he's been wielding comes from those mines.
It's definitely where he came out with them, so.
And if he's protecting that above everything else, and if he's taken control over your city in order to protect what's in those mines, if we can find out what it is, it could be his undoing.
It's a large, questionable variable, but yes, in theory. A lot of mystery with that choice, but it could be the tipping point we need. Knowing exactly what it is that is down there. And why they're blowing up the mountainside.
Yeah, that part does not make a ton of sense to me.
They've quietly held that space for some time. Years, decades. So the violence at which they're approaching their movement is odd and different. Something has spurred them forward, and I don't know what it is.
So, if I understand you correctly, our options would be to go to the Upenthaw Temple and try to stop Gregor's expansion there or something, or try to infiltrate the mines, or take an army and storm the city.
Or we do the first two options. There's us, ragtag group of amazing people, and then there's the 50 men. Send one to the mines, the other to the temple.
Divide and conquer. It's a strategy that has worked well in the past.
Where's my brother?
He's in Nekrovskia. Not by his own will.
Bartush had said as much. Is he's what, in the jail? In the prison?
I assume. He's somewhere in the Kolovsky wall.
That's bad. Okay.
Wolfgang, your uncle is dead.
How?
Gregor and his weapon of choice.
Which is?
Okay.
A large, dark black mace.
History check.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Wolfgang.
He was a tremendous source of power,
Tactical harassment.
and if it was not for Bartolomea and my nightingales, I would have been next.
21.
21. Adamantine can have a sheen of like a dark blackness to it, but nothing in your history is like coming to mind. No pertinent weapons that have been recorded through logs of history. Adamantine is known to like blow shit up though. So
Yeah.
I always think you're saying adamantium.
Wolverine is there too.
Well,
it's
Wolfie,
just Wolverine, and I just named him Gregor.
that would kind of make sense.
Awesome.
I was inspired.
Well, Wolfie, that's one more reason, right?
Yes. Okay.
With so many options on the table, my incredibly impatient son. Let's take the day. Let's take the evening. I don't want you rushing off into something you don't actively have preparation for. Let me, wherever you choose to go, let me send some nightingales. I will carve out a path of information. Whatever they bring back will be advantageous.
Information can be the path to victory.
You don't happen to
I
have
like
any likenesses of Gregor or things that might belong to him?
One of my girls is a talented artist. She can show you. She'll sketch something out for you. We can also sketch out some of the monsters you will be seeing along the way.
That would be most appreciated.
If I might ask, madam, your nightingales, are they of magic sorts, or?
No, flesh and blood. They are skilled at what they do.
If I may, one more.
Particularly Yakovieva. She's
Oh.
very good.
I'll write that down in a second. But in the meantime, if I might,
I still fucked up her name. Yakovievna. There's an N in there.
if I might offer you a gift, this seems kind of appropriate, and I pull out a silver raven. We have ways of contacting you through magical means whenever we need. Between myself and Nesta here, this raven, you can make it to flesh and bone and whisper messages to it, and it can find us.
You're carrying witches around with you.
Small ones, yes.
Small witches. I am rather open-minded to things. Others in this city are not used to magic.
Burn the witches.
It is best to keep things a little under wraps. We had a bad experience with a vampire witch some time ago, and the locals have not entirely recovered from superstition.
Vampire witch.
I'll be subtle with my spells.
Good. Quite literally. Well, I will hold on to this in case I need to contact you. And if you want it back, you just let me know. She tucks it away into a satchel that's nearby, draping off of one of the chairs in the area. It is around this point that people start to come in with torches that they kind of center down into holds, as it's getting quite a bit colder. You guys have traveled a good chunk of the day already, and it's probably nearing 5 p.m. at this point.
Take a short rest.
Yeah, most of this conversation, especially explaining the map, chatting about your guys' story and where you guys have met and what you've experienced, more than an hour has passed for sure.
Back to 100.
Do either of you have any spells left?
After we rested, if you're talking about ascending, I can do one more.
I need one.
Yeah, anything you need.
Wait, Wolfie.
Yes.
I know you want to send a message out, but maybe we should find out if that worked. What we did for Nalana. See if she's still alive.
Whatever you need.
He's right. Contact the archer.
You never told us about your relationship with Nalana.
The only two people who are aware of that are them.
Okay.
First thing tomorrow, I'll have everything again.
Take some time. You can rest up here if you would like to, though it is a bit colder up here for those who are not used to it. You could go further down. We have more accommodating spaces if you need it.
Oh, yes, please.
I find this keeps me awake and focused being up here. you in particular.
Yes.
My hunger for curiosity and knowledge is difficult to satisfy. And I have been staring at the metal doors at the base of this tower for some time, and we have not been able to get them open. I'm very interested in what might be behind them.
Well,
the ruins of a giant are a treasure trove of information. The giants have been gone for quite some time. Their war with the dragons are relatively well known, but not all of the juicy details are there.
I'm sure I could dig up a thing or two.
I would appreciate that. I'll pay you well. Or rather, my son will.
Oh, even better.
He's been funding our expeditions already.
He's very good.
He's been an excellent sponsor.
He's good with money. It runs in the family.
We're not. I'll cast Ascending to Nalana. Obsidian Wind's here. Are you okay? What happened? Please report back. We want to know you're safe. Do.
Classic.
That's it. That's all we got.
A moment passes before you hear, I don't want to die. Fuck. Please. Please.
I'll tell you guys that. And that's my power for today. I have low level powers, but
This is not good.
I don't even know what we could do here.
How long will it take for Glenn to get there? He's probably...
In theory, with the teleportation, he should already be there.
Yeah, that was like 4 hours
yeah,
ago.
with
Yeah.
Obscura and like what 9 people total, something like
I
that.
think she's been captured.
If they probably weren't able to bring any Obscura, but because the Obscuras were the ones sending the teleportation.
Gotcha. So Glenn,
But he was
and-
going to bring a bunch of his members with him. I think the most who can teleport are 10.
Why would Victor keep her alive?
Why would he keep her alive?
bait.
Or he knows he won't be able to attune to all the sigils.
Maybe he
Someone
doesn't
alive.
have a corporeal form yet that's permanent.
No, that beholder looked pretty permanent.
It did
Pretty
look
corporeal.
permanent.
I think you may be on the idea of that. Yeah, so you can't have all of the sigils all at once. There's only so much magic to go around.
But if there's someone he can control,
Yes.
You may need all the sigil bearers to open the temple.
Are we in front of the Nightingale and his mom right now?
You don't see any Nightingales currently. It's up to you guys whether or not you want to have this conversation
I kind
privately.
of figured we had this conversation just
Yeah.
us.
So we're private now. Cool.
You're more than welcome to have that, yeah.
I hate
She
to
would give you the space.
bring it up, but maybe Gregor's tricks to life might reveal tricks of the soul and might be able to sever the consequences of attuning to a sigil.
it's definitely worth investigating.
It's dark magic, but I've always thought that magic is as dark as the user.
I mean, I wield shadows, but I wouldn't say I'm on par with Gregor.
Exactly. I actually think that as much as you try to deny it, you're pretty fucking good.
Wolfgang, what do you know of Gregor's weaknesses or his... What drives him?
Gregor has always been this, like, leader de facto of our city. He's just something that, like, he's somebody that's always been there. Showing we go to balls at the keep or whatever, and dance and eat and drink
Your
and be
mother
merry.
said that he went into the mines and came out enlightened.
That was before I think all of us were alive.
Was your grandfather alive?
I believe so.
Do you know if there's any record of your grandfather going into these mines?
Victor left when I was 7, so I don't know.
I don't think it's a coincidence that the two humans that we know of that have lived forever.
I was imagining this conversation was away from the group.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we established it'd be private.
gotcha. Never mind. I will go back.
Okay.
Both immortal
come back to
humans
that.
we know have been.
From the same area.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Strong theory.
That's not bad.
Is Victor your mom's dad?
No, my dad's.
So do you still want to lure Gregor away from Krovskia?
I don't know.
We haven't really decided that yet.
I'm not really sure how we should handle this, being as that we have multiple objectives and multiple people to rescue, and several people to kill. So I don't really have a good answer right now.
Whatever it is, I'll follow your lead. You might just be a fourth spear. But you're number one in our hearts.
Might I
Platinum.
suggest
Fourth sphere.
bolstering our forces and making the retrieval of Victoria and your brother our main priority, and Cable as well.
Not to mention an airship.
Yes, it's a sound starting point.
Thanks, Silver Raven.
Ravencrofts.
The more numbers we can add to our side, the better.
Rangoon, that's very astute of an observation from you.
Yeah.
What a backhand.
Wow, you're surprisingly smart.
She is my assistant.
Yes, I owe it all to the professor.
I'm not saying that's from me. I'm just saying that's why I
Probably.
chose you as an assistant.
Definitely his tutelage.
Mm. I think your point's pretty valid. Going into the city, but a lot of people are going to die.
I think a lot of people are going to die either way.
Maybe.
I think that we have to poke this bear, get him a little riled up. And it sounds to me like the perfect people to do it are Nesta and I. And any other females that we can.
Well, that's a good idea.
I can look like one if you need me to.
That would be, I think, a fabulous.
With illusion magic.
Cross-dressing episode. Let's go.
I'm not putting on a dress. Okay.
Never say never.
I think your hair would shine
I
through
didn't-
any illusions.
I didn't say never.
Your mother makes it sound like he thirsts for power. So let's take a little bit of that power away.
You and Nesta.
Well, I'm saying we all go in there, but maybe when the saving happens, it's women who do it. The Nightingales can help too.
Sure.
I mean, I think it would piss him off quite a bit if word were to get out that the two of you had taken back a holy temple in Lunaris's name and
Oh, no, that's an idea.
I
Uppenthal.
don't know if we should go upending gods and such.
Lunaris is reclaiming it for Uppenthal. I mean, word it however you'd like, but holy people are back in the temple.
It's not how that works.
It's not?
No.
I mean, if he spent this much time corrupting it, then someone that could purify it again.
Purified, sure, but I'm just saying if you come in trying to claim a space that's already claimed by a god for another god, that god and subsequently their people might be upset about that.
But hasn't that god been overthrown from that space? Then
It's-
wouldn't it be free reign? Why are we having this
So they put a
conversation?
hand in.
Wouldn't it be free reign for anyone to show up and take it over?
A number of people show up and they start handing out some food for dinner that's happening tonight.
Thank you.
It's soups.
But I see what you're saying. Maybe using Nesta's name as an ally of Uppenthal. Not to claim it to be owned by Nesta, but as...
When we do have certain crossover.
I mean, I do have loyalty to members of that church, I guess.
I think they would want to know what's going on their grounds.
Shit.
So,
What if he can help us?
Uppenthal.
Lombard.
Lombard.
I mean, I worked for his wife. Saved
What?
his daughter. We saved his daughter.
So what do we know about Lombard? I know,
He's a dwarf.
right?
I give a collected history about Lombard.
Yeah.
It's shocking how much information he knows about this man.
Yeah. Can I get a little bit? Because I know Semolina, but
Does he pee standing or sitting?
Oh my god.
Standing, but it's
Floating.
not too far from the ground. An elevated view.
His eyes start to glow. He's an elder dwarf. Comes from humble beginnings. Was
Alive?
Still currently alive, yes.
He's
Humble
making my
beginnings, married into nobility, proved himself during a number of different wars in his historical town. Took up the weapon for Uppenthal and became a war cleric in his name for some time. Stopped a revolution of devils that were trying to take over Mirwood, which was a city of elves, which has since disappeared. Went on a number of different adventures with a number of different people.
any that we've
Eventually,
encountered?
Daggledoria being one of them. Yeah. You also saw a memory of one of them being killed by Victor, which was Pick Willowleaf.
So it's all the same adventuring party.
Yes, very similar group of people. There's rumored to be a couple people who came in and out of the group, but there were two more members who you have not heard or met. Mir, who was a dragonborn who eventually passed away.
Sounds like a nerd.
And then another individual named Bowen. Bowen Ulrich, I believe.
Sounds like another nerd.
Bowen Ulrich, who died during the Everlost War.
Question.
Yes.
What is a Temple of Uppenthal doing in Necrovskia?
Who are you asking?
Oh. Wolfgang, what is the Temple of Uppenthal doing in Necrovskia?
100 some odd years ago, when that group came up here, I guess they kicked a bunch of ass and Lombard started a temple.
Well,
That's
Reclaim the temple.
reclaimed the temple. The temple was designed
See, they can be
after
reclaimed.
the 4,000 year war. It was during the Planar Wars. Mython Unkra, who was the champion for Uppenthal, was buried up here. This was well before Necrovskia was ever a thing up here. This was abandoned wilds up here. So it was believed to be a nice, quiet resting place for a champion who deserves rest. Unbothered, unharassed by anything beyond wildlife. Cut to 4,000 years in the future, a lot can change, and a city was developed nearby.
keep in mind, I wasn't alive when any of that happened, so
But this wasn't
Neither was I.
a popular dwarven
when they came
area.
and made the temple, you were.
It was uninhabitable for a very long time. People didn't know how to deal with the frost out here.
Some say it still is. Wusses.
Wusses, yeah.
Soup.
That's a nice
baby.
soup.
That's the sound. Yeah, when you eat soup, it makes that sound.
Needs more spit.
That's why it's called soup.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's wild.
Everything makes sense now.
All came together.
It's an
Soup is onomatopoeic.
All right. What are you guys up to?
I'm eating soup.
Professor,
It's good.
you probably can deduce a lot more than I can, but do you want to go together to those doors and I could do a little detect magic, some
I would
identify,
love to assist.
some
Yes, I think the three of us would make a formidable team against these ancient ruins. Oh, it's been a while since I've really gotten to dig into.
If you need me to teleport inside, just let me know.
Can you do it without seeing?
Wait a minute.
Come.
I was about to say, I was like, that's a look of envy in his eyes.
Wait, you can teleport without seeing inside?
Dimension door. I can specify a number of feet.
And
in
didn't
front of
you
me.
bring
Yeah.
someone with you last
Yeah,
time
to
you
see.
did that spell?
Mhm.
He did with me. Oh, I see what you're getting at. What if he teleports you into the middle of a wall? What happens then?
We'd be shunted outside and it would hurt a
And
lot.
I'm pretty sure I have stone shape too. Did I prep that today? That might have been the one that I took away for sending.
Can I at least try and do this the proper way first before everyone starts taking shortcuts?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm gonna look for some ale anyways.
Is the proper way hitting it with things?
We'll see about that. I'll let you know if it is.
You want a drink?
I do.
Let's go drink.
I'm gonna go pray.
Somehow Bartolomeo just appears out of nowhere when you guys decide to drink. He casts Dimension Door and just shows up.
That's like Act 1 Ranguin.
Have some drinks instead. We pray later.
It's best to pray when you have a good mind
He's-
on your shoulders.
Okay.
Which is after drinks, right?
6 to 8 drinks.
I'm ready
Preferably.
for drinks.
Professor, might I recommend that we follow up with the Nightingales to find out what they already know about the door?
Yes, I was intending on checking in with
Come on.
Anya.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go for the other name that you mentioned that
No.
no one's gonna be able to
I
pronounce.
remember it.
I made
It's-
complicated names.
Yakovievna.
Yeah, nailed it.
Wow.
We'll
Don't
check
get
in
me
with
started on
Anya.
her last name.
We'll check in with Anya first and see.
Onion.
Onion! Yes! It's the new rubber!
And see what she knows. And we'll start our search from there.
Okay.
Before they walk away, I'll nudge Ranguin and kind of pull her back a little bit
Okay.
and whisper over to you. You know, you might want to throw a little bit of the old Ranguin in from time to time. If you want to keep this a secret.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, alright.
Wait, are you keeping a secret that you have your memory back?
Yeah, none of us know, but
Yeah,
these-
you guys
these two-
don't know. Only he knows.
No, I know, but you're. Okay.
So far. You guys walk away. Is that what happens?
For like a second, they seem to like
No,
share.
I mean the three of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd follow the professor.
We will follow you three. You head towards the door, or do you want to check with Anya first?
Check with Anya first.
Okay. You come up to her. She's also eating soup. Yes. Professor, how can I help you?
The three of us were going to go and take a look at that door and see what we can find out.
Yes.
Do you have any leads, information, starting points?
As
Things
far
that we should be
as-
worried about?
As far as I can understand, and granted I'm no expertise on this, it is not magical. Though it does permit a very potent freezing aura. You may have seen the chains latched to the handles and how they have frosted over. We tried opening up the door with as many men as we could, and they could not make it budge. When we left it there, the chains have started to freeze over.
So the chains freezing are recent.
No, it's been going on for a while now.
Oh, I see. Okay. And
It was one of the first things we tried to open when we got here. Covered from the cold and the undead.
so this freezing aura, how does it affect people when it gets close, when you touch it?
We have not tried touching the door directly. I don't know if you've ever touched metal when it's cold.
I mean, yes.
So,
It is very painful and will tear your skin off.
Yes,
Yes.
so did you rig some sort of chain to it, or how did you attempt to open it?
We constructed some ladders, brought the heaviest and strongest chains that we could, which we found nearby in some of the abandoned spaces, lashed it around as carefully as we could, and the strongest of the strongest here pulled and pulled and pulled, and it would not budge. I don't know if there's a locking mechanism. We did not see a keyhole or any shifting or turning tiles, but again, we couldn't risk touching it.
I see. Okay, well, I think I have some things to work with. A couple of ideas I can try, but let's see what we can deduce before we really get into the meat of this. Thank you, Anya.
Of course. I eagerly await your results. She keeps eating soup.
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 Come on now, research awaits. And I will excitedly start going down the stairs.
All right. You head downstairs. It's not long. You have to kind of like shuffle down the large steps. It's a 5-foot drop for each
So
one.
awkward.
But eventually you do reach the base, and you see these large, 25 feet tall, maybe 100 feet wide, massive twin doors.
I'll pop off a quick detect magic and identify. Identify on the chains. Or I guess I'll wait till I see where magic comes
Okay.
from.
A powerful aura of evocation is emitting, not necessarily from the door, but beyond it. And it is potent enough that it is pushing through the door.
But nothing on the chain specifically.
Nothing on the chain specifically, no.
And it doesn't look like... So it looks like there's nothing in direct line of sight. So nothing that I would call up to
Which
me.
is unusual that you
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
That's not how detect magic normally works.
Right. Yeah, metal usually can block that shit. So hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Like big blasts of fire and shit. That's evocation, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Evocation is the transference of power.
I think we should Kyle us over here.
Did the wizard ask the fighter?
Ass backwards.
It's
No,
more
no,
like
no, Just thinking
my
out loud.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong about this, right?
Yeah. So
Magic-
hypothetically, if Kyle is teleported into there, he might just explode.
Are you saying that the magic is coming from beyond the door?
Yeah. All of
I'm
the
not
metal,
getting
the whole
No, you're
thickness
drinking.
of metal is not enough to prevent the magic, and I've never seen that happen before.
Powerful magic inside.
Yeah, dog. Why do you seem so intrigued by magic?
I'm intrigued by everything.
Yeah, but usually you're like, wow, magic! But now you're like, whoa, magic.
Well, I guess of all this time with you guys has matured me.
Yep!
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll deception or persuasion. Don't tell us which one. You just
We
compare
know
the
which
numbers.
one.
Tactical assessment.
Yeah, you can do it on insight.
You rolled the d8.
You need to roll a d20.
Oh, okay. I was like, I couldn't even see it.
Normal.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Did you roll a tactical die as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also bad.
Help
Oh,
action!
no.
Don't burn all those.
Is he helping?
I think he gets him back on the
I don't
short
think
rest.
can you help on an
Yeah.
insight check?
I don't think I can help on an insight.
He's going like this, and then you come up and go.
Slides into view. 7.
Oh my god.
I could do better than that.
Yeah.
21.
I rolled a 2 and a 1 on my.
Oh!
It could be the nature of what you're all dealing with right now, but it's not unusual for Rangwin to focus in. She's done it before in the past. This could just be that moment.
I would look for, with my detect magic up, signs of like possession.
On her?
Yeah.
She seems clean. Beyond the magical items that are present on her, she's fine.
Okay.
The usual pings go off for you.
This is a wild theory, but either there is some sort of powerful ice-based object on the other side, or perhaps perhaps the remains or even a frozen body of a frost giant. I can't think of anything else that would emit such powerful magic that would freeze metal over from the other side, aside from perhaps a white dragon.
We did. Is this type of magic evoking similar memories to the ice dragon in the labs? How they frosted over the door.
Similar in vein, potentially. It's hard to say how much time has passed here as well. Especially with the nature of this space just being frosted over eternally, as far as anyone else is concerned. The main difference, I would say, when Balakrat's frosted over the door, it was these chunks of ice that were kind of blocking your passage. You can see the metal door. It doesn't seem like there's like a veil of ice over it or anything like that. So it is a little different.
Frogden, could you, while keeping detect magic up, could you do just a quick perimeter of the tower and see if it's coming just through the door or if it's emanating from other places?
Yeah, you bet.
Question.
For like 3 hours.
It's a very large
Trudging
tower.
through frozen wasteland.
With 10-minute breaks to like catch my breath and re-up my ritual.
Is there like a gap below the door or
Roll a
above
perception
the
check.
door?
Perception or investigation, you can
Fucking
choose.
doors.
That was a nat 1. So, making it 6.
As you kind of walk up and approach it, you start to get close, you kind of lean down, and as you get right up close to it, you start to feel the skin on your face begin to peel. And you back off. You take 1 point of cold damage.
Ow.
Brangman, you alright?
Yes, I appear to have gotten a little too close, and you can see for yourself.
Okay, well, at least we know that it doesn't have to be...
It looks like she's burnt ever so slightly on the side of her cheek.
Hi.
A powerful cold.
Yes, it seems like it doesn't require direct contact to interact with us. Well, let's see what Frognan reports back.
Nothing seemed to pop up. Like, nothing seemed to change. It seemed to emit the same level of evocation.
Pretty consistent. Should I do another lap?
A number of the soldiers who are kind of watching you do this just kind of chuckle to themselves a bit.
No, I think that's quite all right.
You don't know the legends of this land, clearly.
No, can't say I've been from here. If you have some information to enlighten us with, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, as the stories go, a long, very long time ago, back when the giants used to roam these lands, they seemed to curse everything that was warm, hot, any form. There was some time where the frost and fire giant would go to battle for some time. They eventually banded together during the times with dragon adversaries. But something shifted eventually in the frost giants. They secluded themselves, broke off from their other giant kin, and started worshipping darker magics. Rumor has it that on the night of a full red moon, they cursed this land eternally before disappearing to another plane of existence. And the frost wilds were born.
And how's the gibbous looking right now in the sky?
The gibbous?
Yeah, is it? Because it's pretty close to a full moon, right? Is it waxing or waning?
It is just before full moon. Tomorrow is a full moon.
What month are we in?
Getting naked.
We're in
Way
red
too
moon, yeah?
cold.
You are in the autumnal moon.
So not the red moon.
You are past the red moon. You're the reddest
Wrath.
moon you've seen is Dragon Wrath, yeah, which was just before this. You're currently in autumnal. Black wind is on the horizon. 15 days away.
I'm starting to think that perhaps, at the very least, I don't think people should be nearby when this is opened. I have a suspicion that all of this magical frost could just come bursting out should we open these doors.
As you say that, they like pick up their packs and start to walk away. We will take your word for it.
Truth be told, I am thinking about attempting to break the chains, but, well, I would rather all of us be present and all of us be fit and ready for taking on anything that may be on the other side. Who knows what was left behind?
So tell me if this is a bad idea.
Love it when
Okay.
ideas start that way.
That's great.
The doors.
Yeah.
The door.
Kylus is pretty sturdy. And he's not super well affected by cold. What if we send a little canary into a coal mine today, let him test out the waters, and then tomorrow when I'm at better strength, maybe he could send me in and I could get ready to try to dispel and suppress whatever's in there, at least temporarily.
It's not a bad idea as long as he has a way to get out.
I mean, I've seen him. He's not great at spell stamina, but he usually has at least 2 good pumps in him.
Physical stamina. I got that.
It's not that I'm adverse to the idea of risking Kylus's life,
Yeah, none of us are.
but is this our number one priority?
In the
If
grand
it's-
scheme, in the grand scheme of things, no. But if it's something that we're not going to Nicosia tonight, I think that much has been established. If there's anything that we can find out, who knows if there are artifacts that could aid us on the other side of that door.
And if it helps Wolfie's mom, then I'm all for it.
Is there any kind of, like she said she couldn't find like a lock to pick or anything like that, but is there anything that looks like, you know, an artifact could be inserted into it or anything on the door? With my winged boots, I could like look at the whole door.
Sure.
So is there
Go ahead and roll a
anything-
perception check.
On that note, also, can I also check how exactly the chains are like attached to the door?
Doesn't seem like it, no. The chains themselves, easy enough to see from where you currently are. They seem to have been wrapped around and then kind of like locked into place in some fashion. They essentially tried to do a very large knot, and they have since frosted over.
Okay.
Which is odd that the chains are frosting over, but not the metal door itself.
Yeah. If there was a dwarf, I could stone cutting the door and figure out what it's made of.
Door it off.
Can I
Evil.
fly up to the chains
Mm-hmm.
and try pouring on-keg acid on them?
Sure. They make the sound of some sort of reaction, but the ice doesn't change.
And we've been saying metal doors. These are metal, right? They're not stone.
From visual appearance, yes.
I didn't pour my whole vial on there.
Okay.
Okay.
I still have
A
enough
few
to not
test
change it
drops.
statistically.
Sure. It'll be weaker in damage.
I have a good guess that we would probably need magical fire to combat this magical ice.
I got a little bit. Point to my scorchy diadem.
If you want to give it a shot and see what happens, by all means.
Okay. Scorching ray. Pew pew pew.
What are you shooting at?
Whatever he points at.
Let's see the chains that are frosted over.
Like where the ice is on the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and fire.
Yeah.
Roll the hit.
Roll the hit.
At advantage since they're not moving.
Auto crit.
It's not a creature.
That'll be a 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh,
Or if you just want to shoot them all
yeah,
directly.
that'll be a 19,
Yeah, 19 hits.
and that'll be a 21.
Yeah, they all hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
For you, baby. Anytime.
You got
That'll be. Oh, I feel like our one shot. 6, 7, 10, 14, 16, 18 total points.
18 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
As all three rays strike it, shattering away bits of ice. The chain does kind of come slack and start to unravel, dropping to the ground. You did loosen the chain. And there's another chain with more ice on it.
Oh.
The handle is free for a very large hand to grab.
Well, that's progress.
Has everyone evacuated the area?
People are keeping a safe distance, but they're all very intrigued on what you're looking at.
Okay.
They've probably settled that they wouldn't know anything beyond this door for the rest of their lives, and then these strangers come in and now we're testing out different things.
How
So-
did they react to
Yeah,
our
magic.
wizard?
Oh, whispers.
The witch.
Whispers. Everyone's whispering to each
It's a
other.
witch.
Burn him! We're an allied company.
Perhaps we should retrieve Anya and see if we do intend to proceed with this or not.
And I'll go get our canary in the meantime. You nodded, guys. You saw that nod.
I'm not sure if this
To all the soldiers around.
Professor's like, I'm not asking. That's for fucking help.
I am totally fine with having you do the dangerous thing. Not asking you though.
As you all break away to find your respective individuals for questions, we're going to take a break.
Oh, alright.
Break time.
We will be back in a moment to see what mysteries lie beyond this door and what drinkings are had amongst companions and reuniting companions.
The drinkers.
Best friends.
Approximately
The drinkings that I'm going to be
how
having.
much time would you say the district is going to
15 minutes exactly.
Okay.
We will be back here in 15 minutes exactly. You have my word for that.
And go!
Bye!
signs. Oh wait, where's the other sign?
And welcome back.
And Shenanigans.
And we're back.
I got you. Bringing us back into the moment.
Mm-hmm.
A different
A different moment. As we move further away from the massive tower,
Did you make a mistake?
soar. Uh-oh. You okay?
It's all locked.
I know exactly what that face is.
That's me tough.
Pour some of your seltzer into it.
Oops, all vodka. As we soar across the bit of encampment, we make our way over to a space where a large bonfire has been set up before you guys. As equipped as they are of surviving in the cold, fire is a necessity out here. And as you all begin to gather around those who are present, Wolfgang, Nesta, Kailis, and Bartolomé, you find a keg nearby that you decide to water cooler around. Drinks are poured out, Bartolomé doing the honors.
Red Dixie cups?
No, are you kidding me? It's normal cups. Normal tavern drinking.
Flagons.
Fuck.
Yeah.
My
just
tankard
like that
is
more?
out there. Drinks are passed around. It is serviceable. You imagine with where they are and the circumstances they find themselves in, they're not exactly in a space for luxury. But
Better than what?
it's
Button
enough to
Feet
fight
was
the
making.
cold. And that's all that really matters.
Burns so good.
This is fucking awful. Right? Am I the only one that's thinking that?
You get used to it
It's perfect.
after a while at least.
Yeah, right.
Keeps you warm. That's what counts. Rangun was acting weird, right?
Yes, she was acting really weird.
I haven't even known
I'm
her
not-
that long and she's acting weird.
No, right?
Look, guys, she is weird. So why would this be any different?
Yes, and it was weirder than
Hold on. That was weird.
What?
Of
Calling
course
her
it is.
weird?
No.
Why are you siding with her?
I'm not taking a side here.
Yeah,
alright?
you're the.
I
king
don't
of stirring
take. I
shit
don't
up.
take sides. I'm just a middleman.
Yeah, you stir shit up, and he's not stirring shit up.
Mm-hmm.
We should question her. Let's tie her up in a chair.
Hey, he pulls out rope.
Whoa!
I like him. He's in.
I can do it.
Man, he's got a rope on hand all the time.
Stop it!
How good are you with those knots?
He's very good.
He's naughty.
We're trained.
Could it stop someone from teleporting away?
I have not dealt with teleportation.
Okay, alright. Well, she'll get out of those ropes in no time. Well, that plan's out. Let's move on.
He stashes it.
Weird.
Save
right?
that for later.
How does she normally behave?
She's normally a little bit more reserved or
Flighty.
flighty is a good word.
Well, she does have winged boots.
She was like that before the boots.
That's true, she was.
Why can't I keep puns away from any of my characters?
I don't know.
Because
Dominic
you're
is
wonderful.
you.
I can't not do them. Okay.
The bit of Dominic that
Everything's
sneaks
fine.
out.
I need like rubber bands on my wrist to just snap them whenever I think of one.
Amazing.
More.
We have bigger problems. Like, we haven't drank nearly enough, so.
True.
Again.
Ah,
He just chugs his whole
What a
thing.
man.
Oh wow.
He has so much better stuff stashed away.
Mm-hmm.
The pretty one over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, you.
I mean, I don't really have anything.
He has he has this
If
ring.
there was ever a night for good booze.
So he has this
That's
ring.
night.
Apparently, he has an entire house inside this ring. That one. He's wearing.
Oh, witches again.
Yeah, witch stuff. He has all kinds of alcohol.
Prefer Warlock for being specific
Well,
here.
it's all the same.
I've been locked in war before. Oh.
Wow.
Got him.
Quite sure you have.
I can't say I missed your puns, but here we are.
I guess this is part of my personality now.
For as long as I have known you, unfortunately.
I've always been this way.
Yeah.
I am pun man.
You were, as they say, born this way. Fucking nailed it.
Dominic votes. Bartolomé does not.
I do vote for stronger drinks, maybe better
Yep.
drinks, if possible.
I could be convinced to swing into the ring and grab a few bottles if that's what we'd like to do. But I'd like to know a little bit more about you first.
Questions should be asked over drinks.
We're drinking right now. It's terrible.
It's fine. But you have better, so. why don't you indulge us?
Good.
I'm sure you'll get plenty of good answers from my friend here.
Just answer one question.
I will say my tongue is looser after a few drinks.
I'm sure it is.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is what I wanted.
This is it right here. You see what I'm saying?
I see what I see.
You know what? If it's keeping your tongue loose, I'm happy to go get some. Be right back. I disappear.
Into the ring. And then it's picked up. Floating. And then it disappears.
All right.
Oz is here!
Yeah, I
Oz is
forgot about my familiar.
present! You haven't sent him away, so he won't leave.
Gotta talk to him later. First things first.
He also heard a lot about witches, so he's not gonna be like, "Hi, I'm a devil."
That's smart.
Yeah, just pick the ring up and make
It disappeared.
invisible.
Did you come back already?
No, I'm gonna search for booze for a second here.
So Wolfgang as a little boy. Tell.
Well, what is there to tell? We were very similar in many ways as kids, always getting into trouble and fighting a lot of fighting. Usually Gregor's flunkies.
Sounds like they deserved it.
And each other.
And each other. Plenty of scrapes and bruises.
My brother, but that was usually us.
Ganging up on
Yeah,
him.
let's be realistic.
He doesn't stand a chance. Did you hear he got promoted recently?
No.
And if we can get him back, I'm willing to promote him again.
If. When.
When? My apologies.
It shouldn't be. No, it should be difficult. What am I saying?
You know,
We're not
everything's
dealing
difficult.
with mortal men.
So these are like monsters now.
Definitely. Which means very little remorse in killing.
Yeah, we can kill monsters. That's,
I'm great at killing monsters.
that's kind of our thing.
Yes.
Dicks just.
Sorry,
Yes,
go,
it's very impressive,
go
really.
deal with your little door thing. We're gonna wave our dicks around. A little
Speaking
more.
of dicks, I pop back.
Whoa!
We more feeling some vodka or some whiskey, a bit of rum.
Deja vu.
Yes.
What are we?
We might as well do all of the above.
All of the above.
All around the world.
All right, we'll start with the clear
He
stuff.
takes one of the bottles just directly out of your hands.
All right, get that tongue nice and loose.
And starts to pour some for himself.
Oh,
He is pouring straight liquor as if it's beer.
You can drink it out of the bottle if you'd like.
Maybe later.
Oh,
Hand it to you.
thank you.
I'll open the whiskey.
I'll take a swig of whatever this was.
It's probably rum.
Good. Rum.
Well,
Okay,
I pulled a cork out,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, yeah. Rum makes sense.
Ugh. I mean,
Fucking pound it. Oh boy.
do you even feel it?
I have not had liquors this good in quite some time.
Oh, you're welcome. It's medium level.
Medium level.
Straight mid.
It's not top shelf. It's not really well. It's kind of right there in the middle.
What is it? Medium rare out liquor.
Yeah.
Just for meta knowledge, this dude's sitting at 20 con. That's why he's drinking this hard.
All right, Wolfie, you should see if you can outdrink him, because I mean he's a few ranks above you, so I'm sure that you can.
I have been trying to outdrink him for decades.
One of the few things that I shine in over this boy.
Boy, huh? Wait, how old are you?
Guess.
Old enough.
Fuck you.
That's the number I was hoping for. But if you had to put a number on it, like 33, 37,
A little lower.
35,
A little higher.
36. All right,
Wow.
36. All right.
Dude, he really is a math being.
Yeah, God, I forgot how young humans are. Ugh.
He's like 130 or something.
I've never seen someone like you before in my entire life.
Hey, you can see more of me if you'd like.
Apologies, I don't roll that way. No, there are other men around here who do.
Could you point me in a direction?
We'll talk in a moment.
All right, fair enough.
I kind of am giving you that.
In a moment.
I'm just going to break their heart. It'd be fine.
Some of these boys could use a broken heart.
Happy to do it.
The type of toughening up that cold could never do.
Jesus.
Glad someone
Oh, yeah.
I'm really building this man out.
If I have to, I'll bring your boys to their knees.
Okay.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
No,
Oh,
thanks.
I've run out.
He's got more. You're adding something.
Yeah, here, have some whiskey.
So, tell me some stories.
Should we tell him the giant metal bull we fought?
A metal bull.
It was a bull in a metal bull.
The one that kicked our asses.
Yeah, I really kicked the
I
shit out
call
of him.
bull.
We could leave that part out.
No, I kicked the shit out of him.
Future?
The one we destroyed.
We did
So
this-
hardcore.
Yeah, that's where I got this axe from him, from his dead body. And
You guys watch as some symbol on his forehead flashes ever so slightly.
Give himself advantage for drinking.
No? Advantage or something else?
Interesting.
He kind of looks you over and you got your asses kicked.
That one particular time, maybe. But,
Some of us
but,
may
but
have.
we've
This is something you've never seen before.
What was that glowing symbol on your forehead?
Been a weird few months. Sometimes
Oh.
we question things.
One of the abilities I picked up while spending some time exploring some of the ruins nearby.
What's it
What
that you
ability
do?
is that?
It offers a certain level of clarity of mind. I can read people better, see their intentions a little better.
Well, it's been a great night, all of you. I'll see you in the...
That's why it's rolling chairs.
No, I leave.
Oh yeah, 100%. You're out.
Yeah, I just... looking for one of his men.
He doesn't like people knowing anything about him. Or anything, really.
A shame.
You, after a while, you kind of just ignore it and don't take the bait.
Oh, I've already done that. Good. Well, I guess
We rode on a dragon.
We did.
that's pretty incredible. There's been sightings nearby recently of a dragon.
A white one.
Probably the same.
A white dragon, yes.
Yeah. His name is
Wait.
Balacrax. He's
No,
a
no.
friend of ours.
Wait, yes. I was thinking of Galabrax.
Yeah, similar.
Too many.
I realized I named
All
them
the
very
accents.
similarly later on.
I also realized.
Yeah, it was probably like a month ago. I was like, oh, look at that.
Falafrax.
They're gonna merge together.
Whole freaking frack. Well, he already merged with someone else.
Yeah, I did.
He's been terrorizing some people nearby. It's actually been pretty great.
Which people?
Mm.
The whatever the fuck they're called.
Yes. I named them and I'm forgetting.
The giant folk.
Yes, the Fagun.
Nesta spoke with him a few days ago, actually.
Dragons speak.
Oh yes. Quite eloquent, actually. What it is? He said he was
You
up here.
wouldn't expect a beast to have that level of intelligence.
I do not consider them beasts.
What, 100-year-old almighty being wouldn't have intelligence?
Mm-mm. Gregor doesn't. I guess I'm the only one who got that.
He does though.
From the distance. Got him!
Yeah, he said something about killing a village full of giants or something.
Something like that.
So
The way I heard it, they actually gave him a run for his money.
Well,
So-
good for them. I'm sure they would.
he was a few days ago still alive and claiming to be there. So
The Feyun are not to be trifled with by any means. If we see them, we go the other way.
usually
So,
2 months in
2
the
months.
wilderness.
we've been managing quite well.
Surprised it looks halfway decent around here.
Not a single death since we got here.
How have you managed that?
Careful planning. As much as I kind of hate to admit it, your mother, calling the shots is one of the best moves.
As much as you hate to admit it, you say? Why would you hate to admit it?
I don't exactly like control not being in my hands.
Oh, good.
I am the highest ranking officer here.
No,
so
I can understand that. Thank you. No reason.
Wait till he finds out you're the leader.
The gem glows again.
No.
It does. This is very useful. I've only had it for about a month.
So what happened? Tell your story. I'm sure it is very interesting.
It was some ruins not too far away from here, maybe about a day's journey southeast. We were exploring a bit, me and a couple of other companions. Ruins not unsimilar to this space, when I discovered a strange orb on top of a table. It had some sort of glowing magic, and
You touched the.
I touched the orb. Yeah, and I really shouldn't have, but some of them endeared me, and my pride got the best of me. But
I'm
came
so
with
very
some-
surprised.
it comes with some very helpful abilities.
So your face glows. It's very
For
impressive.
example, he pulls out his spear, strikes the ground, and chains burst out of his shoulder, wrapped in flame, and wrap around the spear, singeing the earth. And the chains disappear.
What in the literal fuck was that?
Frost giant ruins, fire giant powers. It's rather strange, if I'm being honest. This is apparently, I don't know why I know this, but this is Cloud Giant's ability or something like that, and I have something with stone, and I can be even bigger than I am now.
You're not very big now, so what's the difference?
Try 13 feet.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty big.
The fuck? Ow.
Get out of here.
We should fight something then.
It only lasts for a minute, however, but
I'm sorry, I'm being such a little shit.
None of us ever are.
So, super new to us. Is that what a daily thing? Let me guess.
I don't know.
Just go ahead and look at your character sheet.
Yeah, just give me features and traits.
I think you get it when you get your subclass.
yeah, somewhere around there.
This guy.
I think it's a 6th level feature.
Yeah.
I can do it a number of times each day.
Yeah. Proficiency
Wow.
bonus approximately.
Wow, you know a lot. Weird little man. Where did you come from?
Oh, I'm not frogman, I'm other guard.
I'm a smaller god.
Just frogged in a helmet.
Your disguise self, but you're only like 4 feet tall.
That's all I can do. I'm 2'10", and my disguise self can maybe grow 1
So
foot.
you're 3'10". wearing-
And on average, most of the people here are somewhere near 6 feet tall. Well, long story short, I took some abilities and I don't know. I hear whispers on occasion. And,
I was gonna ask what it cost you.
I don't know.
What kind of whispers?
Knowledge that I shouldn't normally have. I can read giant. It's bizarre. I've never been able to read their language before. It's actually not called giant, it's called Jotun. Never knew that. Now I know it a month ago.
That's odd.
It is very strange, but magic does weird things.
Mm-hmm.
And you were the only one to gain these powers from?
I'm the only one who touched the orb. Once I touched it, it ceased glowing. Everything about it
When
disappeared.
you found the orb, was it glowing and floating in
Not
air?
floating. It was held aloft in a very beautifully designed metal, I don't know, chalice almost.
And you decided to reach out and
Again, I got
touch it.
dared to. I'm not going to turn away dare.
You are the leader out here.
Sure.
What if it exploded you?
I'd live through it.
Oh, you
Stupid.
dumb.
No. The hot level is going down.
Guess what his dumb stat is?
Oh no. Professor didn't test his intelligence.
You can't with that ability.
Yikes.
You need to be smarter than that.
Maybe you're right.
When am I not?
Oh, let's flash back a little bit, shall we?
Ooh, yes,
He goes.
yes.
He starts to go into some very embarrassing story about one of your attempts to try and go see Victoria while she was grounded to her estate, and you getting caught, and your father giving you one hell of a verbal lashing.
I can't wait for that one shot.
That's cute. That's very cute.
I want to hear about him getting an ass whooping.
It's different.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
the leader of a band of rebels.
You know how it is being a noble.
No, a thing or two.
Image is everything.
Fair point. And look, now you're big and strong and powerful.
It's around this point, you guys make your way over to this area, though Kylas is nowhere to be found.
Hey, where is Guy? I was just looking for him.
He slid away in a chair.
With wheels on it.
It was weird.
Never
Pretty
seen
impressive
anything like
though.
You can find the tracks.
I was just coming out with those.
That was nocturne.
The fact that we are in the dirt and
shot
snow,
my
and
last
he's still
I do.
Son of a bitch.
I thought his name was just Kylas.
It's
Sorry, it's just Kylas.
I don't
Oh shit! Cool
Liar.
job.
Cool tattoo. What's the range on it?
Anything I can see gives me advantage on insight.
It's like a ring of truth telling, but
Essentially.
buried in his face.
Ringwin, should we grab a drink before we head up to Anya?
Oh, drinks, yes.
Sure. Okay, here's another.
This is the weirdest preparation for a drink I've ever seen. Just fucking he pours it out, hands it to you, pours one out, hands it to you.
Cheers.
He poured you like half a cup of whiskey.
Oh, cheers.
You okay over there?
I love doing that.
Oh!
Alright.
He prefers wine.
There's a warrior spirit in there after all.
That's a con save fire.
After all, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, you're skinny.
You are skinny. He's not the wrong. Look at him.
When I kind of look at him, look at you, I'm gonna sock him in the face.
No.
Roll to hit.
No.
Yes,
Wait.
this is the place to do that.
No.
Do it right now.
This
Yes.
is the best.
Fight.
Wait, you're gonna sock him in the face?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, chaos. Chaos.
Now
reigns.
Oh my god.
Oh! Well, I don't think there's no dice roll,
it's
but it'd be
double.
1. We'll double that to 2, and then add your strength score.
So it'd be 7.
7.
So I just walk up to him, and I'm not gonna wind up. I'm just gonna kind of like stare at his face and just. He has a bad spot right there, left side. Oh!
What in the world?
Hit him back.
Yep. He goes in for a full punch.
He's got tavern brawl feet.
That
Probably.
is 20 to hit.
21's my AC.
21.
You're walking around with your shield on, huh?
It's on me.
Not in
on
use.
you is not in use.
19.
There we go.
19 then.
Otherwise, I'll bump up his AC too.
Fair. 19.
I mean, the natural 20 wouldn't make
Yeah.
a difference though. 20 total.
19 total. 19
19.
my
Okay,
AC
so I
without
do
my
hit.
shield.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
I look at Nesta. What is happening?
I don't know.
They're fighting.
Men being men.
Been hit harder.
No.
So have I.
Nope.
Take your shirts off.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's back!
I shout it from
There you
way
are,
across.
Kylas!
Frogman hyper-focuses into you.
Oh shit.
I'm just waking up again.
Okay, roll a hit.
What the fuck is happening?
That
Wait.
is
Fun.
Men being men.
15.
15 misses.
I have a second attack. Fuck you.
I would have done my second attack.
You both had your first.
That's true.
Next one is a 22.
22 does hit.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. I'll mark him real quick.
This time I'm gonna the first one's gonna come towards the head
Yeah, he
again.
kind of ducks underneath.
And as he's ducking down, I'm gonna find a spot where he's open on his side and just.
That That's good. That's good. Almost broke a rib. Here's something else. Your friend betrays you.
I may not have a lot, but I know where to put it. Get out of here. You're not here.
I'm always here.
She was on the other foot, Daniel. Sorry.
Damn it.
I appreciate someone who knows how to spar. Maybe I do need to think a little more.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Did you punch some sense into him?
I've transferred my intelligence.
+1 to his intelligence score.
He would gain a +1.
Oh my god.
More drinking needs to happen. Did you come here for a reason? Or did you just want to punch me? Both are valid.
I mean, I like to think myself a rather capable fighter. You said I wasn't strong, so I had to prove you otherwise.
I just said you weren't built.
Yeah.
Which is still true.
I mean, fair point, but goes to show that you don't need to be built.
Being built has helped me a lot.
I'll
In
bet.
other ways. Okay.
Kylas!
Why are you shouting?
I like to think Brogdon is just chasing him and he's just on wheels.
Flying around. No,
Scooby
not hot
Doo
enough.
inside
No,
of the
Yeah,
not hot
tower.
enough.
How did the door go? The boring, very boring, cold door.
Well, Frogden was able to blast some of the ice off, and part of the chain fell down.
The little one.
Yes, he's very,
Very
very
strong.
attuned to magic. There is another chain that is still attached. However, well, there's a lot of concentrated ice magic on the other side. So much so that not even touching, just getting near the door, causes.
Oh, yes. He unlashes one of his van braces and just reveals a terrible burn scar on his forearm. He's
Yes.
like, yes, when I was attaching the chain, this happened when I got too
he's
close.
real though.
Wait, so you all put the chain on?
I was one of the men, yes.
Why did you put a chain on it?
So we could tug.
Oh, that's the chain left over from.
Yes.
Okay.
Thought it
I was
mechanism for the
to
door.
understand that. I thought it was like a chain, like the door was chained up.
There's that.
Oh,
20
no,
intelligence.
it's so sorry, I didn't describe it well enough. There were two chains, one on each handle that would open the door, because if they touched the door, they were getting burned. So they attached chains, everyone held the other ends, and they all started pulling
Okay.
to try and make the door open.
Knowing that, then, well, so I may have a way to get at least a portion of it open. However, I am concerned about the damage that may happen should all of that concentrated magic just pop out. I was going to speak to Anya and see what she thought of this.
Anya, yes. She
as
says
she
she's-
was the one who
Mhm.
asked to look into this matter.
I think that's very smart.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's listening to you.
I've gathered
What?
exactly.
Kylas!
Still chasing.
The fuck?
We'll come to this moment
Oh,
real quick.
Stop moving!
Sorry, Mr. Nand. You're just very relentless. I wanted to see how far you'd go.
Chase after me.
For you, to the ends of the world.
You want to keep going then?
Kylas! Hey, you want to do something dangerous?
Always.
All right, let's go.
All right.
We go to the bar.
So fast.
And there goes my scientific calculated research.
Ain't that just the way?
Ain't that
Just the way.
Yep. You see them skip off to do terrible things.
Can I roll an insight check?
You don't need to. I'm sorry. You don't need to. They were loud enough. They didn't whisper.
I'm just going to. Wrangling, come with me. No, do not ruin the research! And I will chase after
We gotta
you.
hurry! Long strider, long strider!
Let's go.
What?
It's fine.
More drinks.
Sure. Why not?
Starts pours more for everyone. Hands another one to you.
Thank
Hands
you.
another one to you.
I didn't go with him.
Hands one to you.
This is the right place.
There's nothing I can do.
It's a door. Who cares?
Yeah, boarding door.
Magic and shit behind it.
Very cold door. It burned my face.
I understand.
Good.
We'll cut to the door.
So
Real
we can't tell anyone, or the professor's gonna yell at us
The
again.
professor approaches.
I can see him running through the snow right now.
Okay, hurry!
Make it quick.
I want you to use your new teleporting spell to get inside, and then just come right back out. Tell me what's in there.
Yeah.
It might hurt you really bad because of the cold.
You're
Great,
catching this
sounds
information.
awesome. And I tell him.
You heard it might hurt you really bad, and he teleported. No.
Bring the healer.
Shadow just.
Damn.
My fucking
Gone.
god.
You appear in a space completely darkened. Though your dark vision kicks in, you can see up to 60 feet.
Yes.
Looking around, it is this massive cylindrical tower expanding upwards. There is a central staircase in the middle that extends all the way up and begins to descend all the way down as well. Immediately upon entering the space,
Oh god.
you take 6 points of cold damage, cut in half to 3.
That's not bad at all.
That's
Everyone's like, ooh.
You start to feel it cling and begin to burn your body,
Okay.
and it's not slowing down.
I'll activate my flight and I'll hover up into the air and see if that slows it at all, if it's based on touch.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Is there a mechanism for the door?
Roll me an investigation check. Investigation or perception. Perception will be at disadvantage, though.
Investigation it is. What the fuck is my investigation? Oh, there it is. 11.
Looks like a really big door. It doesn't look like anything's locked. It looks almost identical from one side to the other, though you do see the hinges that are placed on here.
Okay. Can't leave if I use another spell. Eldritch Blast.
You take another 6 points, cut in half to 3.
Eldritch Blast the.
What's your intelligence?
11.
11? Okay. You all just blast the hinges.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an attack.
Gotta get rid of that dice. 9 plus 4, 13.
13. Doesn't seem like it dealt enough damage. It's too thick.
Well, 2 of them come out. Oh my god.
Oh
That's
my
Hold on.
god.
Not much better. 16.
16. That does do some damage. Go ahead and roll. Remember, we are operating with sturdy mechanics.
Yep. No, that's not gonna do it.
Not enough.
Yep. Okay.
Not making much of a dent.
I'll move closer to the door.
Floating a little bit closer.
Jesus.
What would be 7, cut in half to 3 again.
I'll look at the door.
It is around this point, after taking this for a while, it's starting to hurt more every minute.
Gotcha. I'll stay.
Okay.
I'll look at the door now I'm closer to it.
Okay.
And just see if there's anything other than hinges that's keeping this door here.
Roll an investigation check.
Not that one.
We rolled
13.
good.
I'll
13.
try.
11, cut in half to 5.
Okay.
That's almost maximum damage. It's 2d6 every minute.
13.
You're starting to feel the pain in your flesh. As you're looking this over, you're racking your brain, and this is just, it's a big door. Of course they're having a hard time opening it. Giants open it. And we are not giants.
Shadow form.
Transforming into your fierce stalker.
And I'm gonna bash the door down.
Roll me an athletics check.
Fucking god.
He's huge size in that, right?
He is huge,
But
which is giant-sized.
There we go. 25.
25. you guys on the outside hear, and the doors begin to fling open in a shockingly fast pace, kicking up snow that has just been built up on the ground. It's like a tidal wave of powdered snow
I put my
against
shield
you
up and
guys.
just
Do we hear it from
Bracing
where we
against
are?
it. Oh yeah,
It
absolutely.
is-
These are very
Yeah.
ancient, very old doors suddenly forcibly swinging open by the claws of something very powerful.
Push them out and then
You hear a bunch of men war cry and grab spears and shields and they just start ringing.
We
You
should go-
hear the call. Bartolomeo just chucks his tankard to the ground, picks up his weapon. I'm ready, and
Wait,
runs.
he's our friend! He's our friend!
Kill your friend.
He's our friend!
I'll let Shadow just wrap around the form and it'll like shrink down to Kylus. All right,
We all run.
door problem solved.
Yeah, nice job.
Wolfgang's still at the where everyone just ran from. Just
I'm just looking at
I'm
you,
with
just like,
you. I didn't leave. I'm just like, I ran.
looking at you. Oh, fuck.
Kylus.
No, fuck.
As you start to come out of that wrapped, shadowed form, you stand there and you're like, whoa, like chill out. As everyone starts to try to figure out what's going on, you're hearing these whispers in your mind. And you turn and it's focused in a very specific direction. You can hear it. You feel it like wanting to call on you, to draw you to something. And you almost can't stop your feet from moving. And you kind of catch yourself for a second before they fade. Maybe it's just the wind.
No, it wasn't Dominic.
No, it fucking wasn't.
Yeah, I think he'll full stop and he'll look at whatever that was and the direction it was coming from. Is it like up the mountain or?
Real quick, both of you roll perception check since you two are the closest.
I can't convince you to make that investigation.
This is about seeing something.
He was the closest.
10.
It's about noticing something visually. 10.
also 10.
Okay.
I was running there. Can I see anything?
I'll allow you to roll perception with disadvantage
All right. I'll
because
take
of
it.
how far away.
But you automatically have advantage, so.
So it's a straight roll.
Doof. Doof. 7.
No.
Gonna look at Kylus and just. Do you think maybe turning into a shadow beast amongst the people that are dealing with a bunch of shadow monsters is the best idea?
What? No, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. Yeah, I had to do what I had to do,
Inside
'cause
check.
inside there was quite dangerous and I was, freezing up real bad.
You do feel a blast of cold air permeating forward. It's not hurting you, but it is creating a change of temperature for you.
18 insight on you.
Deception or persuasion, I mean, we all know what's happening.
29.
As slippery as ever, Professor, as slippery as
One
ever.
of these days you're gonna roll low.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Not today.
There's 100% of the steps you don't take.
Are you all right? Did you take any damage?
Just a wee bit, I'll walk it off.
A little bit of his skin has peeled away a bit.
Healing hands. 8 points.
That's quite lovely. Thank you.
I look over at Wolfgang. Shall we go see what happened?
I guess.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit disappointed. I was ready to fight you.
Maybe another day.
Where did you find that shape?
That's a long story. Not for today. And a lot more booze if we're gonna do it.
I'm just curious because Gregor was riding one.
I'm sorry, what?
Gregor rode one into a fight when he was trying to chase us. Whatever that was, it was exactly what he was on.
Great.
It gives him a powerful command of the sky.
That's wonderful to know.
Can Wolfgang put that together? I don't think I can. Never mind.
That's interesting.
I was wanting to see if I could kill one.
Maybe try his before you try mine.
Okay.
Well, now that that's settled, see anything of note inside?
Didn't really have time to look around. I figured I'll let you lot do that.
The doors have now swung open upon passive just seeing directly inside. There's no light within the space, but whatever light is casting upon this darkened space, you can barely make out a bit of a twisting, turning staircase. Similar to the one on the exterior, but a little more centrally focused, but about roughly the same height. It also does descend downwards as well.
Spell resistance.
Walking up to the group, all looking in, Wolfgang picks up like a rock, puts his hand over it. A light comes out of it, and he just hucks it inside.
The savior.
Right.
Offering a little more light for you all to see in.
Should we get your mother?
I'm surprised she didn't hear
Yeah,
what was going on
I
and come
imagine she's
down.
on her way.
Okay.
That was very loud.
Curious to see what's down below. How's the cold feel now that the door's open?
It's very brisk. There's definitely like a breeze coming through, but not
gonna-
what he experienced.
I'm gonna
currently.
walk like through the threshold of the doorway.
The second you do, there's a drastic change in temperature. You take 9 points of cold damage.
Ooh, you alright?
It's quite frigid past the door there.
I'd like to up my detect magic again and see if there's a source or if it's just like a layer area.
You can almost see like trails of where the wind carries. It's coming up from down below.
So there's a source, but I can't see it yet.
Not currently, no.
Okay.
You're just seeing whatever aura is permeating from below is cresting over the stairs and it's ascending upwards. It's coming out through the door. Though as it breaks through the door, it does dissipate, but doesn't disappear.
And
More disperses.
witnessing the pace, and this is halfway meta, halfway in game. It's harmful approximately every minute, or did you say every round?
Every minute.
Okay.
I fired off way more Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Make me waste spell slots.
Well, I'm inclined to explore this, but to say I'm not equipped to withstand a cold. Unless, do you have any sort of armor, potions, anything that help one
More
resist
whiskey.
the cold?
Yes.
That is-
Grit.
That is not how that works.
We're all still very beat down from the crazy day we had. I think a good night's sleep and we could.
Yes, the door's open now.
I'm all for trying some whiskey and grit.
I feel fine. I'll go in.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'll
will.
leave it to the two of you strong individuals, and I'll have some more booze.
I take a big hit of some whiskey.
He goes to drink his and it's empty. I don't have time. Let's go.
And he just bottles to drink from. Yeah, you do it. Okay.
I feel the unconscious urge to babysit these two.
This is how I felt before I touched the orb. Let's go.
Oh, this is going to go well.
I touched an orb. Excuse me, hold on.
We'll talk about that later. Down.
Join us!
Or now, okay.
Skinny strong man.
Guidance?
Just leave it to them.
Do you go with
Alright,
him?
Ness.
Yeah. Okay. You break the threshold. I won't be damaging people every single minute. It's more. It's over time. You're taking some more damage. So
Damage me any way you want, Dungeon Father.
upon initial
Every
entrance,
minute.
you will all take this.
I've
You're
already
ready to
entered.
go. You stepped out and stepped back in.
Bullshit.
Those of you who step in take 5 points of cold damage.
Ow.
Which I cut in half.
Where?
You're not resistant to cold. You step in. Where do you guys go?
Looking around. Anything seem relevant,
Fulton
valuable?
mentioned that the source was coming up from the bottom, so I say we go
As
down first.
you venture inward, if you'll allow, will cast Enhance Ability Intelligence on you.
Advantage on checks now.
And then I'll just hang out in the safety without having to make con saves.
I'm gonna second.
Intelligence check? Or, yeah.
Perception.
Perception. Why not?
You're looking around, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, perception.
Not an investigation?
Not unless you want to get hands on with things.
How does a 4 sound?
Sounds like a 4.
Okay. That's what I rolled.
You
roll
spend some
it,
time. You kind of you're touching some of the wall.
Yeah.
You're covering your hand in a bit of extra cloth, touching the wall, kind of checking out your space and surroundings. Professor?
I'm gonna go towards the stairs that lead downward and see if I can see anything, any markings or anything like that along like walls or anything like
Okay.
that.
Go ahead and roll.
Can I still see him?
Investigation.
Currently, yes. If you come up toward investigation. Coming up towards the edge of the threshold without stepping in, he's towards the center of the stairwell.
Yeah, that's not good.
What the fuck?
I rolled 2 3s.
He has Elven accuracy for investigation. though.
Elven
It's
accuracy.
still a 14.
Doesn't happen in my world.
Coward.
It's
Give it to me.
It's balance.
14.
14. No markings that you can denote along the edges, and it does cut off quite a ways down. Eventually, the staircase overlaps on itself, and you can't see any further.
Okay. I'll go to the stairs and nothing quite here yet, but I suggest we don't waste our time. Let's make haste downward.
Can I, while I'm still looking at him, can I psychic whispers him?
Sure.
7 hours.
7 hours.
Okay.
Damn.
Who are you talking
Just Professor. And and you. Can I still see you?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still up there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still there.
And what's his face?
Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Or Bart. You can
Bart.
just call him Bart.
Then I'm just gonna say to all of them, like, let me know if you need anything.
The fuck?
That is Ranguin, it's normal.
Oh, thank you, Raymond. Good call.
Normal. Very normal.
Are you normal?
Is he asking that to be in his mind?
Mm-hmm. I think she's gone. I think she left. I don't think she likes me.
It's fine. I'll
She likes you.
explain it. I'll explain. No, I will not.
Okay, let's move. I'm starting to sober up.
I just realized I also can do this. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I'm gonna send my awakened spellbook in the shape of my father in with that.
Appearing before you, almost like a ghost.
I'm uncomfortable.
You killed me.
Your father's spirit, who Bartolomeo will swing at.
No.
It's incorporeal.
Yes, it is.
Sitting out here.
Natural 20. Whoa! He's just like, I'm gonna fuck this thing up. Whiffs directly through.
He rends the
You got
physical
him.
world apart and attacks you in ghost form.
Don't make ghosts. We don't handle ghosts well.
Is that you, Frogman?
It's Frogman's voice through. Can I speak through him?
I know you can cast it.
No, I have a telepathic.
No,
link
I'm
with it.
asking you if you're the one who did that, because I've
Yeah.
never seen you
Oh,
do it
because you're next to
before.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It used to take the shape of my sister, but I thought this was more appropriate now.
As I'm going down the stairs, I'm going to see it and just...
It hovers like right above his shoulder, like a conscience.
It's like strangely insistently staring at you.
Empty eyes.
It's very much like, you know you did.
It can go up to 300 feet with them.
Okay.
As I'm going down, I was like, yes, I know what I did, and you were okay with it.
Are they gonna be okay in that, do you think?
Probably
Oh.
not, but I mean, they'll work it out.
I'll let you know.
You descend down the stairs. By the time you reach the base, you will take some more damage.
Hit me. Nah.
Only 3.
Ha.
Nope.
But he rolled like 18 die right
No,
there.
he rolled 2.
Huh?
Sounded
Just
like so
sounded
many
really
I
die.
rolled 2, but it goes down a spiral.
Sounded like
So
so
it's-
many.
sounds like a ton. It's 2d6.
Jesus.
You reach the base, Professor, with your passive investigation especially. Extending before you is a long hallway. Tall ceilings again.
Because I have advantage, my passive investigation is currently 26.
Even better. You definitely see this now. You see markings and carvings along the wall that are sculpted into this space of large, very large humanoid individuals, almost similar to that of cave drawings, but it is very well done. There's an artistry behind it and an elegance to it. It reminds you ever so slightly of the drawings that you saw on the walls in the Onyx City. It extends quite a ways forward, and Professor, you would see eventually the ghost.
And then I'll hang right at that borderline.
It kind of backs up a bit, staying in its space.
Just kind of watching in case I need any remote spells.
Oh, okay, this is very similar to the space that I explored.
You
There's
explored
an
the
orb
area
I'm
before
touching.
this.
Sorry.
Yes, nowhere near here though. It was almost half a day's travel southeast-ish. There were more ruins. We were scouting the space, just making sure things were safe. We decided to explore a bit, see what we could find. Rations, provisions. Maybe this is best discussed later.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Did you encounter any sort of traps, creatures, anything while you were exploring the other areas?
Unless you consider the orb that I touched a trap, it gave me abilities, powers, things that I don't entirely understand, but when I will it forward, it works.
A blessing from giants.
Kind of, yes, if that's what you want to describe it as.
Very intriguing.
But it was nowhere near as cold as this space.
Oh, this is definitely a frost giant stronghold, it seems like. It's reminiscent of something that we encountered in the Underdark. Fire giants.
He kind of goes up to the edges of the wall and is just examining them, briefly touching for seconds.
There's giant language here.
All right, you can read that.
You can read it. What does it say? This notebook just...
Yeah. Over some time, as he's translating, some damage will happen. As you're walking along, it's telling a story underneath at the very base of the frost giants who feared the inevitable. A herald of flame and destruction, born of frost. That it would spell the end of times. And the pacts and deals they made to seal it away forever.
Deals with who?
Look at me.
Under the sky of a bright red moon, the destructive flame was sealed in eternal frost. You all take 7 points of cold damage.
Bartholomew hears in his mind.
And now the witches are coming for me. The whispers are here.
In my mind,
I hear them.
Redwood, are you fucking with him?
What? No.
Penguin.
Yeah?
Not the time.
I love it.
Okay, they're gone.
Beware.
They're back. I am not totally Vetra. I'm leaving. Have fun. He starts to walk back.
Oh, I didn't know a little...
We'll be okay.
I didn't know a few whispers would scare him so badly.
We're a very superstitious people.
You haven't dealt with a vampire witch. He walks away.
Trust me, I've dealt with much worse.
Which technically neither has he.
Well, Wolfgang,
Okay,
shall we?
let's look around.
Keep
You
moving
all
further in.
press forward. You've already traveled a good length of this hallway by the time the description's done. Traveling a little further, begins to curve off to the left-hand side. It seems to be a singular path, though, ahead of you. Continue walking down. It extends forward even further. But off to the left-hand side, you see perforation within the wall. And as you kind of turn the corner, you see more double doors. Not made of iron or metal this time. Beautifully carved. 2 giant humanoids in what seems to be like ceremonial garb carved into these doorways.
They're wooden?
No, they're stone. Upon initial examination from visuals. some sort of bright magic emanating from their hand, and it's being cast up into a moon in the sky.
What color's that moon in the sky?
The moon is red.
Something tells me that behind this door is something sealed away.
What languages do you two speak? Or read?
Gnomish, common.
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
Would you
No one can read any of the runes here.
allow a retcon of me giving them a potion of comprehension?
We're level 8.
Get off the giant leader.
We'll have
if
to
we
dive
for-
back in next time.
If we forget, we forget sometimes.
Wait, doesn't Frogman have a potion that lets us read things?
Roll me an intelligence check, sir.
No, I didn't actually say that.
I don't know what he has.
We were all there purchasing it together. That
true.
was one of the big mass purchases.
Realistically, you would be the one to be like, actually.
And it was less than a month, so you would recall the info.
Mm.
But you're kind of remembering it right now.
Yeah, no. Frogman does have something that would be helpful with this.
We're not always perfect.
Yep.
He's
We're
right
not
up the
always on our
stairs.
game.
Let's just go back and come back down here. I'm still feeling pretty good.
I'm doing all right as well, but again, just based off of that legend that Bart was able to read off of the walls, I don't think this is something to be messed with. The eternal flame sealed under the light of a red moon. Here's a red moon, and this seems to be just very ornate. It screams of some sort of sealing ritual. Perhaps a fire giant is sealed away in here or something. Or a dragon.
That was more than 2.
Yes, it was.
You did say it gets worse and worse the longer you stay in there.
Or the closer you get. You each take 8 points of cold damage.
Doing fine.
I felt a little
Yes.
sharper.
Especially with your intelligence, you can tell it's getting worse.
Does it feel like it's coming through here?
Oh,
Yes. It feels like the closer we've gotten to this, the worse this cold is.
Are there any? The room we're in right now, is it
Pitch black. You're going through blind sight right now.
light?
Well, each time
light.
you cast light, the other one disappears
Sure.
and a new one appears.
That's what I'm- light.
Are there any
Around.
other ways to go besides this, or does it just lead to this?
It does continue off further down in the same direction you were heading. This just perforated off to the left-hand side, and there's just these doors now. They're not nearly as tall as the other ones. They're probably about 12 feet tall for this one, compared to the 25 feet tall ones.
Let's take a quick look around the surrounding area, but I think we should start heading back afterwards. It's getting quite frigid down here.
Okay. I really want to know what's behind this door, though.
I think that's a task for,
Tomorrow?
yes.
Wait, no. Tomorrow we have to go overthrow a city. Maybe the next day.
How long it takes. This is something to come back to.
Fine.
We'll go down the other paths.
Okay. Continuing down that path, it's a short walk before you turn around the corner, and it has collapsed, caving in.
Well,
Could be excavated, but there doesn't seem to be an immediate way forward right now.
that's a bother.
Actually. No, never mind.
Peerless athlete.
No, he does have a weapon that does double
Yeah.
damage to structures.
Dude.
Double Dan.
He's dead. Sorry, no one cares about him anymore.
Double down the structure.
Oh, yeah, the demolisher that I gave you.
Do
You tuned to it?
Does require a tune.
that is a good question.
It has a spell in it. you
Yes,
can
I
cast.
am. Motherfucker. Yeah, I am.
Take that.
I'm glad you haven't tuned to it.
You want me to try
Dare
something?
you question?
You do know you've attuned to it as well. It does that extra damage to non-magical structures as well. If it's magical, it's not going to do the vulnerability damage.
If you're doing what I think you might do, I'd say this is as good a time as any to try it.
Whack.
Roll to hit.
18.
It is a 19.
19. Go ahead and roll damage. This is a non-magical cave-in, so
I get
it's
to do both.
So yeah, you roll the extra damage and then you double whatever you get.
12.
Plus your strength.
Oh,
All
right.
that damage gets doubled.
18.
It's not just the roll damage, it's your strength added into it. Double that total.
18.
18
No,
points of
wait,
damage.
no. Sorry, 6. That's 12. 24.
24. That's the demolisher. You just blow a huge chunk out of this.
Holy shit! That was awesome.
And I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I happen to be good at that now.
Did we hear that?
And you get +3 to your
17.
17 succeeds. You're fine.
I happen to be good at that nat 1.
I'd like to use a point of inspiration too.
To mitigate the
You
disintegrate.
take 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Whatever.
and you are pinned underneath. You are grappled, restrained, and prone. As you are pinned under debris
Can I
that has fallen on you.
start trying to...
Additionally, at this point, you guys both take 11 points of cold damage.
Good, you deserve it at this point.
Wow!
Thanks, healer.
Hey, Lunaris, fuck him up.
Yeah, Brent got real bitter real fast.
Sure, you're a cleric.
You
I
have some
feel
praying
that
to do.
cold
You're
and
So we can
Right
pray
now-
for them.
pinned. I'm gonna try and help him move this
All right.
off.
Either of you can roll athletics. One of you is at advantage.
Brittany, right now you feel like I feel every time
What's
I
your
watch one of
athletics?
those like
Let's see.
Meet the Parents
Same.
movies.
You can have
Where
advantage.
people do
Yeah,
dumb
no, go
stuff and
ahead.
you're like,
Yeah,
you
as you're
deserve
lifting
whatever.
underneath, you're grabbing to the side, just trying to lift it up high enough that he can roll out.
16.
16, that's enough. You lift it up and you kind of roll off to the side.
Wolfgang's like kind of like smiling and giggling as it's happening.
Oh my god. Somebody has too many hit points.
All right. We should head back.
Alright. You want me to hit it one more time?
Did it make an opening?
It just looked like it moved more and covered up more of a space. With one hit, it's hard to tell.
Hit it again.
This might require more excavation than a single strike.
I whack it again.
Okay, roll the hit.
16.
I mean, you can hit
16, roll damage.
it. You can hit it, what, 20 times in a minute?
Yeah.
5, 11, 22.
22 points of damage. More of it starts to roll down. Roll me another dexterity saving throw. There's a lot of debris here.
That's not bad.
18.
14. 14. You're both
Plus 3?
fine. That's true.
Okay,
His
17.
aura. Yeah, you both jump out of the way, and you start to see a little bit of an opening behind it.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
One more time.
Whack!
Roll it.
Ooh, 15.
15 is the AC. Go ahead and roll damage.
22.
22. Busting through, it explodes open, and you see a relatively intact expanse to the hallway. Continues off.
Do we keep going?
Another 60 feet and it disappears. You can't
What do
see
you think?
beyond it.
No touch.
It's opened up. I'm gonna pull a healing potion out.
Oh my
Go ahead
god.
and roll your healing.
Oh, so you're doing now.
Oh yeah,
action
you're using the full action,
max.
so you gain max.
Action max.
Action.
This is a terrible idea. Let's go!
You guys climb over.
Did they just die down here?
We'll see what comes back out
Story
afterwards.
end.
Oh, shit.
For some
Yeah, like
of us.
literally, if they face any
So it's-
enemies, they're both dead.
Yeah.
So what is
Why would
the
I be dead?
healing for a potion? If I'm-
Regular potion?
Yeah.
It'll be
It took like
2d4
5
plus
rolls to
2.
get down here.
So it's 10.
It's just the cure wounds that
Recase your
are
entire way plus the D4.
increased.
Yes, yeah, it's to make the
Yes,
spells
that's
I
what I
more
wanted
want
to
full
do.
lay on hands.
Yeah, healing potions are still the same amount.
Okay, heal yourself.
Yeah, I am not worried.
I leave the
Well.
professor to die.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you guys climb through, traveling forward.
I gotta reach out. Ranguin, we're looking around still and making holes and shit.
What happened to Bart? He's out here
It's
now.
around, yeah, it's around this point that he's.
You scared
come
the
back
shit out
out.
of him with your fucking mind whisperers, dude.
I did?
Yes.
I
you
don't
did.
know how much further they intend to go, but fuck the witches. I'm not doing that.
All right, stay safe.
Never mind.
We will. Let's go. This is a terrible idea. I don't know why you came up with it.
You begin to travel forward.
Curiosity is getting the better of me. I want to see
Yeah, it
what's
is.
down
I love
here.
it.
I gaslit on that one too. I said to myself.
You see the hallway is beginning to curve to the left once more. You guys go around the corner. Roll me a perception check.
Is 11.
11. You continue walking forward. Footsteps echoing through the hallway. Your plate jingling along you. Continuing walking forward before you feel pebbles kind of landing on your shoulders. Look up. Above you, you see attached to the ceiling, maybe 28 feet long, is a massive centipede-like creature with massive mandibles and dark blue scales.
Oh no, it's a river rat! Oh god, no, we've made a mistake!
And that is where we will pick up next time.
Oh my god!
You guys are so
You're
dumb.
gonna die.
We're so fucked.
You're gonna die.
I don't know what that is.
It's bad.
It's bad. Wait,
I know what
is
it
it a young
is.
Is it a young one or?
You don't know yet.
Oh no! If it's a full adult one, we're fucked.
It's a big beast.
Just run the other way.
I can't wait to build that map because I was not expecting to travel this far.
God.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm glad I connected with you.
Delving into the ruins below, exploring the ancient leftovers of giant civilization.
You guys.
I got one spell slot left.
We will see where this goes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
As a quick thing, just another shout out to Pocket Bard. This is my first time using it during our stream, and I'm absolutely loving it. I
Those
think.
whispers were fucked.
Oh yeah, and
That
it's
was
specifically
really cool.
whisper. It's just a whisper option. I just cranked up the intensity on it, and it's just the aspect of it being able to be so seamless. There's no cuts to sound, and then it comes in. When I make it go away, it doesn't just abruptly end. It really enhances the immersive
So dumb,
experience.
so dumb. They're not paying us.
I don't care. I love it. You don't need to pay me in order for me to be happy.
But you should.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
Or-
It's so awesome to be back. New space. We were gone for like almost a month. You guys didn't know, but yeah, it's just fun to be back in it and rolling dice again, and seeing where the story
Yikes.
goes. All right.
Why did
Well-
you let me talk you into that?
As always, thank you all
Now
so
who's the
very
dumb
much
one?
for joining us, and we'll see you here next time.
And before we
Thank
totally
you.
log off, if you're live with us right now,
Yeah.
hop over to our TikTok stream for any
Yeah,
post-show
we'll
Q&A.
hang out for a little while and just answer any questions that you guys have.
And I don't know why we're fucked, but apparently we are.
We'll tell you on TikTok.
We'll find out.
Look up Rimmeraz in your downtime.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Thank you all so very much.
Thank
We'll see
you.
y'all next time.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Word.